Hello, SimWorld Preppies, and welcome into the semifinals of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. You know we're about that. I'm here with Maestro at Olympus Coliseum. Maestro, how are we doing today?
Standing. Thank you so much for picking me up at the airport. Had a little issue with the jet, so my man Ezra showed up like he always does, just when I need him, and he even carried my bags for me. So I appreciate you, man.
Well, you know what it is, and I'll tell you what, the prep jet, we got to get the SimWorld jet back in action. All our SimWorld engineers, please work on that. Thank you. We've got a great matchup here between Showtime Basketball and the Reigning Trays. Reigning Trays, just a couple weeks ago in the Northwest Hoops Summit, made the finals against Atlantis. Didn't get the win there, but so they're looking to get a tournament win notched on their belt. And Ethan Alexander starting us off with a nice dunk there. Maestro, what are you looking for these two teams?
Looking for what we just saw there. Brandon Crawford with a great pass and a great facilitation pass there to the post. Ezra, I'm really looking forward, and I said it earlier this week in my pods. I'm looking forward to see for how these bigs are going to play out today. So far, some of them have showed up, some of them have not. But there's a lot of talent on both teams, and I just want to see how we're going to see maybe some new school versus old school basketball today.
Well, again, we are here at the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. If you didn't catch me the first time, the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational, Olympus Coliseum, one of the more beautiful arenas in SimWorld Prep and Prep Ball. It's used for a couple other events, but mainly known as the former home of Lakeshore Drive, who is in the semifinals matchup after this. Terrell Coleman coming out strong. We're looking for him, 25th ranked player in the world in Prep Ball, and he starts off strong as Emilio Torres finishes it on the other end. But we're here in Chicago, Maestro. It's a beautiful town, beautiful city, place I know well, near and dear to my heart. Excited to be here, and I'll tell you what, I'm getting confirmation. There's quite a few Big 10 and Big 12 schools in attendance here today. I've heard Illinois as a confirmed. I've heard Iowa is here, or has scout representatives here. Obviously not the whole school is here, but we've got scout representatives from Illinois, Iowa, Ohio State, and Michigan are all here. That's just what I've got confirmed. I'm sure there's a few others in the building, but some big name schools there, and these kids are going to be wanting to look to show out.
100%. And you always know when Michigan's in the house because somebody's stealing signs, and you already know what. I'm sorry, it's too soon. Okay.
Take your time.
So the whole idea here with these young men, I tell you, they have an opportunity in a great arena, as you said. They're really super nice here. The food's always awesome. The hoagies are everywhere. I'm already know I'm walking out of here about 7 pounds heavier than when I came in. That's just how it's going to have to be. Deal with it. But these young men have to actually show that they can perform in this sort of venue, because what are we seeing right now, Ezra? We're seeing the fact that, this is one of the, in terms of attendance-wise, this is probably one of the maybe the second or third largest attended events because of the space, which means you're pretty close to being in the spotlight. And how do you respond to that? How do you get your sight lines? Do you not get distracted by the depth of the stadium? It's a beautiful, beautiful arena. And sometimes you have to keep your focus on the court. And what a lot of people don't realize, wherever you play, those sight lines change, and it gets in your view no matter what you do.
Absolutely. Everything goes into account when you're on a stage like this. It's the atmosphere, it's the fans in attendance, it's schools in attendance can put some pressure. That's all right. Like I mentioned, I'm going to go back to this, Iowa in attendance, and if I'm any of these kids, I'm looking to maybe follow up Laverian Sherwood. He had quite a night last night, and
great point.
It's in SimWorld U, and so you kind of look up to these schools and you say, that could be me. Let me show how I can contribute to that team coming next year. But the thing about that, Mike, it's a very interesting kind of dynamic and balance for these 16 and 17-year-old kids when you think about that, because on the one hand, they've got to come out here and make a name for themselves. They've already got a spot on a roster in the best prep league in the world. They want to make a name for themselves, get those college offers, get their names in headlines, and eventually hopefully make the SWBA. But it's a balancing act, because you don't want to go out there and just do whatever you want. You've got to find a role. You got to play it. Some games you might not get the ball quite as much as you want. And for a 16, 17-year-old, that can be hard to balance. Playing your role while also making a name for yourself. You have to find ways within your role to make that name for yourself, because not everyone is the star player.
Absolutely, and Brandon Crawford is showing a great move in the post. And on the other side of that, just to go on and just get it out of the way here in terms, Terrell Coleman making a great move in the post there. And on the other side of that, you have to realize, and I'm gonna come back to your thought here, but if you're a small guarding a big in the post, you can't give them space. You got to get up in their kitchen. You got to get up there and make them uncomfortable to turn and move, because you have a great chance for a charge if you don't let them get in there too deep. Oh, that's a great turnaround shot there by Brandon Crawford. He heard me call his name and said, "I'm going to make you work for my Stroh's Wild right now." But you're right, and I'll tell you something about the whole idea of what you're going to do on the floor. Something that you always try to tell the young players. Jarris Bradley there with the downtown three, I believe. If my glasses didn't fog up on me. Coaches and scouts know when you're playing within the system or not, because they've seen these other coaches work. They have an idea of the flow of the game and what's going on. And if you just look like you're doing random Mary stuff out there on the floor, great pass down low, good finish. If you're just doing random Mary stuff down low, that is not going to fly. And no matter how good you might think you're doing, if you can't play within the system, coaches are going to be very reluctant to want to pick up that phone and text you or DM you or however they recruit today to find out what's up with you, because you're showing that you can do what they need you to do, and that is be the team player that you need to be.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And I'll tell you what, two guys who are going to be kind of the spotlight of these scouts, at least in my opinion. You look at this battle between Brandon Crawford for the reigning trades and Terrell Coleman. We see him right now matched up right there. Brandon Crawford giving Terrell Coleman the business, but great pass out of the high post for Brandon Crawford to the cutting Emilio Torres. That's something you love to see as a scout, a big who can make a pass out of kind of back to the basket kind of play there. And but these two bigs going at it today, this is going to be quite the matchup. Brandon Crawford ranked 45 in the world in high school basketball. Terrell Coleman ranked 25. These are two giants of the SimWorld prep world. So it should be interesting who gets the best of this matchup.
Absolutely, and you said it right on when you're talking about the idea of facilitation. And again, got to give a shout out to all our viewers, all our listeners, everybody out there who's partaking today. Go ahead, get your comments there in the stream. Let us know what's up. Let us know how you're seeing it. Of course, our great production crew that travels the country. I have no idea how many production teams we have here, because they cover so many of the college games during the week, and then they still come here in the prep world and they give us the show that I'm just going to tell you. Most of the time when you see prep games, it's usually from somebody with a camcorder sitting like right behind the team's bench. Here we got high angle camera view, we got close-ups, we got other stuff going on. They breaking away. There's nothing to be said, but nothing but A+ quality by the SimWorld production team out there in the truck and out there back at SimWorld Command Center. They're making sure that we're giving you guys the best of all the experiences. And we want to appreciate the shorts and the love the three-quarter top shirts that are being worn here today. It's just very thankful.
Three-quarter top shirts, that's what we're all about here, my shirt. I mean, I agree with you. I'm not sure how many guys there are handling production for SimWorld TV and SimWorld Prep in general and SimWorld U and all that, but I mean, there must be quite a bit of them, because this is an undertaking.
Absolutely.
Go time, back with it. Trent Rivera going to work in the post, can't get it to go.
Such a great step. Such a great first step. He's going to learn to take that right to the rim. He had two men beat, and he just didn't trust himself, I think, to finish the right way. You ain't got to be pretty, you just got to get it done.
I think, Maestro, people forget, because usually prep ball, all most people see a prep ball as highlights on social media of the top guys doing this or that or whatever, but you watch a prep game, a smoked layup like that is going to happen. These are young players in a high-pressure situation. Yes, this is the best prep league in the world, but you can expect to see a couple smoked layups or open shots. It's going to happen. This is not the top level of basketball you're going to see. It is the best high school basketball you're going to see. But you can't. Well, you're going to see some smoked layups, and then you're going to see some guys getting smoked under the rim like that. Sol Evans with the slam.
The young man from Oakland, California, came in there with some attitude. I love that. I just really like his game. I know he's not ranked now, sarcastic quotes, but that's that. If his game keeps going, I think it's going to grow. Soon we're going to see that beautiful green number by his name, knowing that he's somewhere in the top 100 getting it done.
He's one of those, like you said, he may not be ranked, and any scouting team who's doing their due diligence knows that Sol Evans is an incredibly versatile defender for 6'10". He's good inside, does his dirty work, but it's his versatility on the defensive end. He can guard on the perimeter just fine. He can guard down low. He rebounds well. This is the kind of guy that, like you mentioned, not ranked. A lot of scouts might kind of not notice him unless they see him in action, which is a shame. This is the kind of guy that you get as a SimWorld U school, and he is a diamond in the rough. I'm telling you right now, because he can fit a role that you need at the SimWorld U level, and a role that you can never have too many of. You can't have too many versatile defenders, and you can't have too many threes as Showtime hits another one there.
Yeah, Jordan Bamford there putting it down, and right before that, your favorite player, Schizo Takani, getting it done.
Izzo, scrappy defender. We got a good one here at the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational, and we'll be back for the second quarter after this.
Be careful, my right arm's broken.
Welcome back here to the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. We are at the Olympus Coliseum. We got a great game so far. Showtime basketball looking good, looking versatile. A lot of shooters getting it done so far for them today. Very, very exceptional. Maestro, what are you seeing from these both of these teams, and what are you looking to continue seeing?
Good ball movement. Both of these teams live on that. We know the trades live in transition. Showtime showing that they're able to live in transition too. And also what both teams have sort of developed is this ability to set up, like right now they're doing the triangle switch off offense. Showtime is, but then they're able to then turn that into a clear out, into a reset. Didn't happen that time, but now look at trades. Right up there with a good transition, moving the ball up on the floor, reset, come back deep, the great spacing. These are the things that these teams, because of the athletes that they have, they're able to do so well. What they both need to learn to do, and I know it's hard to do in tournament play when everything feels like it's on the line, is relax. Their bodies are ahead of their brains right now. They're getting up the court, they're getting in a position. When the time to make the shot, they're making, whoa, that's a great athletic move there. You have to just have to give credit where credit is, and that's how we have to put it down there with the alley-oop. Great use of the body there in order to make that play happen, and we just have to Jalen Bryant just showing us why he is who he is. And again, it's another player that might not be on everybody's radar, but he better be there now because you're seeing what he's able to do on both sides of the floor. But
exactly, athletic ability like that to get up and the body control in the air like that, that's not something you can teach. That's not something you can teach.
No.
You can teach a lot of things. You can train them up to be a part to fit your team, but you can't teach that. So I mean that is what we call an intangible.
And it's hard to get 16 to 17-year-old kids to, I'm calling them kids, not out of disrespect, but that's what they are, to sort of relax when they're so athletic and they can do so much. But the moment of you releasing for the shot, just like that, way to choose violence at the end there, young man, way to put it down, way to get it done. Once you put yourself in that position to do so, you have to trust your game that you're going to do the absolute right thing in order to put the ball in the hoop. And Renzo Webb's storm there with that particular play showed you he took the space, went to open space, went right to the floor, and finished it up.
Beautiful move. Great basketball we've got here so far, and beautiful analysis. I don't know if all of our SimWorld prep junkies out there really appreciate the analysis that we get from Maestro, not just from a prep perspective, but from a basketball perspective. But there's another 3 from Jordan Bamford there, and we can all respect that.
His game, oh my goodness, his ability to move and release so quick. It's once he controls his platform. In other words, when you're a shooter like him, every time you catch the ball, you should have yourself in a physical position to be able to put the ball up, right? You know, we think of the greats that are able to do that, the Stephen Currys, the Reggie Millers, you know, you even going back to the Steve Kerrs and people like that. You notice every time that Robert Ory's, who probably did the best of anybody, whenever they caught the ball, no matter where they were facing on the floor, they were always on platform, and you knew that they were basically a half a move away from being able to turn on platform to put up an effective shot. Once he gets that balance down, and that's going to take time because he's going to have to learn himself, he's going to have to learn how he works his position on the floor. Once he does that, he's going to be so hard to stop.
I mean, already hard to stop. It's a constant progression, and it's honestly, it's crazy, Maestro, being someone who pays attention to high school ball like I know you and I do, and I know some people out there watching right now do, but you see these players progress so quickly. You know, everyone's seen in the SWBA, you'll see a guy kind of have an okay season, and then the next season kind of have what they call a breakout season. Here in prep ball, you could see one guy progress noticeably from one weekend to the next. These players are still so young, and they're learning at such a rapid pace, and they're learning their own game at such a rapid pace, and what they're able to do. It's honestly, it's a whole different ball game watching the progression of a prep basketball player.
And again, you know, to stay on Bamford, to kind of highlight him for a moment here, the idea of the schools he's looking at, a school like Duke that fits his game in terms of smooth transition, work outside in, that sort of game, right? And even St. Mary's, you know, the idea of him, his game, and his willingness to be open-minded about sports. You know, the fact that here you have a basketball player who also loves tennis and football. I mean, you're talking about the extremes of physicality here. Oh my goodness, great move down into the paint there. That's how you get it done. Brandon Crawford showing us why the money is the money.
Putting the ball on the floor like that, Maestro? I'm sorry, that's amazing. Continue.
His athleticism, I'll tell you, Brandon Crawford's athleticism is what it is. But, you know, back to Jordan Bamford, you know, the way he has had to, I'm going to use this word very, very carefully. The fact that he had to raise himself the way he did, he's found a solace in sports. For those who don't know, he's been orphaned since he was very young. He's found his peace in sports and tennis and football and basketball. I got a feeling he is probably a chess player too. Just shows you what kind of guy he is, and that he's willing to sort of commit himself to a process, and definitely he's able to showcase that ability here in SimWorld Prep.
He is. That's my favorite part of SimWorld Prep is what the ability it gives to these young players who really show out and get that exposure.
If you're not impressed with Brandon Crawford's ability to handle the ball as big the way he is, and then facilitate, and then even create his own shot off the dribble, I don't know what you're watching. I got no answers for you, man. Oh, yeah, Cadence. right ahead there, young man.
Aiden Spencer with the bucket there. Beautiful play by him. And the Showtime. Oh, Emilio Torres is going to pop it again. They have no problem pulling the trigger here with Showtime basketball.
Oh, it is. Showtime is definitely outside-inside game team. Oh, no, once again, look at that. Caden Spencer, I can do it from the outside. I can do it from the inside. I can do it from the mid side. I can do it from the other side. How you like that side?
Versatility at its finest. Emilio Torres showing it out. He can do a little bit of everything.
Emilio bringing the funk and the noise.
Back and forth. Neither of these teams want to give up on the scoring efforts.
This is the energy you want to see now. This is in Showtime's favor. Showtime will go back and forth right now. Why? They have a 6-point lead. What the Trays have learned how to do and figure out quickly is how do we get a stop? We don't need a lot of stops, but we need at least some stops. And there you go. It's going to start here. Now they're going to have to benefit from this by getting points in. Great alley-oop, great pass from Caden Spencer there, right into his main beef on. They are playing today, son.
Great game here. Showtime basketball with a short lead. We're coming up on the half. Who can kind of regain a little bit of extra momentum going into the half? Caden Spencer. Aggressive play from the 5'10", 16-year-old out of Akron, Ohio. He's looking great.
You love Scrappy.
Yeah, I do love Scrappy.
A few people came from Akron that we might know about in the history books there.
Monty Parson.
There you go. And I was thinking of the quarterback for the Baltimore. Never mind. I think we all know we're talking about a young man playing out in L.A. right now. Well, I guess we got to call him a young man.
He's relatively
young. There you go.
Yeah, Ronnie James. Akron, Ohio. Emilio Torres at the line. Going to extend this lead. Maybe go on a little run. Give Showtime some cushion going into the second half. Remember, they're playing for a bid in the finals of this Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. They'll take on the winner of the second game, either Lakeshore Drive or Heartland Zombie Stars. Ethan Alexander with it up top, trying to set up an offense. Terrell on Brandon Crawford, not Coleman. They are not cousins. And he gets the foul. He'll go to the line.
And that matchup started at the start of that particular possession when they were both jockeying for space. Terrell refused to let Brandon get settled in the post where he wanted to. So what he did was he didn't do the whole cheap forearm in the middle of the back thing. He used his body, and young players need to learn that. Whenever I see a player leaning with the forearm in somebody's back, you're not playing good defense. Your body carries much more prominence than that. If you're going to keep somebody out of the post, you put your body right on their body, and you force them to move your entire body, because that's how you're going to get those offensive foul calls, by making it move your body.
Move your body. I like to move it, a la King Julia.
There you go. And that was a great quick play up the floor there, young man.
It was. Get these buckets quick at the end of the half. Wilson Lamb with a nice little floater in the paint. Showtime basketball could hold for the last shot here.
They could, but why?
Why would they? Fast-paced game. Go down low. Emilio Torres gets it done inside. You can shoot the ball. You can get it done in the paint.
Emilio is rocking a hizzy today. My goodness gracious.
Down to Crawford. Looks like he's going to block shot. They double team him. Gets it to go with 0.2 left. 3-point game. Won't even get the full court heave on. He's looking great. Great battle between him and Terrell Coleman. We've got a point lead here. We've got a lead here for Showtime basketball. short lead. Reigning Trays in a great game. Showtime playing a great game. But Maestro, what have you seen from these teams they need to continue to try to get this win?
Well, first of all, this is going to get it right out the way. Showtime has gotten some, I'm not going to say surprise support, but Emilio Torres has shown that he's able to carry the water here today to give a lot of room for the other expected talent on the team to step up. Now, if he's able to maintain this, and then we get the people such as Terrell Coleman and Sol Evans and of course, Jordan Bamford is doing his job too. When they really start to kick in, Showtime is going to be a force to deal with. On the other side, Brandon Crawford is showing his ability to do what he has to do to put in position to stay in this game.
That he is. Emilio Torres leading all scorers with 16. We'll be back for the second half right after this.
Up all night, putting work till it's daylight. Yeah, inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. 'Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing less. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow, no.
And welcome back here to the second half of our first semifinal of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational at the Olympus Coliseum here in Chicago, Illinois. Maestro, before we get into, all the dirty business we gotta talk about here, what's your favorite thing to eat out here in Chi-Town?
If it ain't hoagie, I got to get me a slice. Know what I'm saying? Chicago-style pizza, that deep dish. My toes already tingling just thinking about all that monosodium glutamate just flying through my bloodstream there, buddy.
Well, I just had a heart palpitation hearing you talk about that. Because here's the thing with me, Maestro, and I can respect Chicago-style pizza. Like, I can respect the deep dish. I understand it. I get why some people like it. And every once in a while, the problem with me is I'm liable every time I have any pizza to eat a whole pizza. And a whole deep dish pizza is a lot.
First of all, it's your right as an American to eat a whole darn pizza because and to prove the point that what that defense showed you, what happened on that play here, and we're going to moonwalk to the outline because that's what we do whenever we get into a close game. But it's your right as American. That's what George Washington and the other forefathers fought that war for. So you have a right to eat a whole pizza should you choose. Don't let anybody tell you different.
You know what? Right. Maestro, after this, we're going to go and we're going to each get a pizza of our own and we're going to house the whole thing.
I'm already there, baby.
We're going to house the whole thing.
But going to that first half, though, Trey's 40 points, that means that their one half total already beat the Bad Boys from their earlier performance today, only scoring 39. I'm sure that was a little heart-to-heart conversation going on there in the Bad Boys locker room when they lost earlier today to Lakeshore Drive, only scoring 39 points for the entire game. and teams are scoring over 40 in the first half alone. So this, sorry, short shots fired there, but yeah, math is hard.
Rough stray there. Bad boys. Just gotta shoot them down a little bit. I get it. We're looking at 2 4-point, and was that the bad boys, or was that the defense from Lakeshore Drive? Because you look at Bad Boys' other game in pool play, they put up 60.
That is true.
That was against the reigning Trays.
Maybe,
and we'll see Lakeshore Drive in this next game, but there might be something to be said for this Lakeshore Drive defense.
And Lakeshore, they're pretty consistent. They scored 55 points in both games because Lakeshore Drive, they don't mind putting a lot of water on the floor and making it all muddy and slowing it down.
Welcome back to the semifinals game of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. See right there, there's a live EM giveaway incoming. You're not going to know when. But it's coming, so pay attention. It's only once the stream is over 50 views. I'll tell you right now, I'll give you the stats, the numbers. I'm getting it in from my producers. We're at 28. 28. We're at 34. Sorry,
they heard you.
Information is lagged. Producers, can we get a like count on this as well? What do we got?
Hey, come on, smash that like button. Come on, y'all.
It better be 34 likes. I hear 34.
There's some coaches with some attitudes on the sidewalk there, Ezra. Just gonna have to say it. They don't like the lackadaisical play going on, and they're letting these prepsters know, not today, Jeffrey.
I mean, how could you? I mean, the walk out, maybe that was just kind of like a taunt after that sensational Terrell Coleman block. I mean, that's the only thing I could potentially assign that to is that's got to be it. Maybe it was just kind of like, oh man, you guys just got smoked. Let's take a moment of silence.
Yeah, a little Blues Brothers moonwalk there since we're in Chicago, Chi-Town. I'm sorry, I'm back.
No, that was great. I'd like to have that going in the background. Really add some whimsy into this matchup.
What a mission we got.
Three from Caden Spencer, can't get it to go. He's been aggressive today so far. I like what I've seen from that young man.
Wow, way to push it up the floor. Listen, young prep players, rule number one, if you have the ball and the defense gives you open floor, you know what you do? You take it. You keep going till somebody makes the mistake of stepping in front of you, then you go over them.
Like a hurdle.
There you go.
Hurdling people like Ashton Johnson. Emilio Torres at the line. And this is the coolest free throw line that we've got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not even close.
It's absolutely close.
Can you smell? Never mind. Can you smell what Ezra's cooking?
I didn't know. I knew it was a silent one. I didn't know you could smell it. I'm so sorry.
And Emilio Torres, it's going to be interesting to see how he has so many options there for himself there. Looking at thinking about either Texas or Louisiana Tech. Both schools run a strong inside-out game. But of course, with his ability as we've seen there, he has the willpower that once he steps in, he can definitely step into any sort of system.
Well, we've seen him do quite a few things. He plays okay defense, not too bad, but he's got 18 points. Two made three-pointers. Oh, Jarius Bradley showing us that athleticism he's got in his bag. Beautiful play from him. But I mean, we talk about Emilio Torres, we talk about scouts being here. He's going to pick up more offers along the way this year. I'll tell you that right now, because he is a guy who can shoot the three, and he's tough inside. And Showtime Basketball seems to be protesting something again. I don't know if it's referee play or trying to sort that out, but the refs aren't going to make any concessions for it.
No. This is this is live battle, baby. There's no do-overs.
No do-overs in the Big E.
And this shows you right here the mindset of where you are. You have to be able to take adversity and love it like dessert, because you're going to get that at every part of this particular game. Look, distance away from the ball there. Defense, what did he do? He used his leverage, went straight up, allowed the shot to come to his hand. That is how you play defense when you're big on a small and you're away from the basket. Don't lean into it. You don't have to. They got to come to you, big fella.
Come to you. Hook him in like you got your own gravitational pull.
That's right.
Inning trades with it again. Down 2. It looks like we're gonna have a pretty good finish on our hands here.
Ooh. Once again, Coleman is just showing you what the game is about right now. He's putting it in everybody's face. Oh, put that pass on Luke. Emilio Torres. I'm telling you, Emilio, I'm about to give you a nickname, my man. Come on now.
You've almost earned it. Schizo with the board. This is, and you know this, I love Schizo's game. Great pass from him there. Can't get the finish from Jarius Bradley. Schizo is one of those kids, I'm telling you, his defense, he's scrappy. He's only 6'1". We call him vertically challenged around here in today's game. But super scrappy on defense. He's got high IQ on the offensive side. Plays quick. He is one of those guys that you bring in to play a role. He can guard the perimeter incredibly well. That's a guy I want on my SimWorld roster.
Absolutely, and what a great alley with the reverse oop going there by Trey. Both of these teams are going to show you something. Yeah, oh my goodness. I think somebody's going to have to sit down and have a moment there. Yeah. And if I might add, I just love the accoutrements of the audience, the fans that are here today. They're representing with these three-quarter V-neck tops, and just appreciate you. Schizo again.
With the cookies. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Mine's Bamford. Bamford can't get it to go. Rush shot there. Sometimes you get on those fast breaks, and it'd be best to take your time now that you've got this deal, but you want to get it in. You want to get it in.
There's still no such thing as a 7-point basket, all right? Just take your time.
That's a good point. Pharrell Coleman with emphasis. Good luck stopping that, man.
You know, the consistency of his game, I'm just going to say this. The consistency of his game, his ability to put himself in a good position, offensively, defensively, with the ball, without the ball, shows you an awareness. And you put on that a lot of people at his height and his age do not have. And then his ability to facilitate so smoothly and evenly, regardless whether it's to another big or a small. It just shows you that he's playing with a deck of cards that might have a few more aces in it than other people might have.
I like the way you said that. I've never heard that one before, but I think I'll probably use it going forward.
All yours, B.
Thank you. Add it to my disposal. Showtime with it. Gonna have to chuck a 3 up. Can't get it to go, but board there. Can't get the second chance to go either. And Raining Trey's coming the other way. This game has been within 4 or 5 points the entire way, Maestro.
And I did not realize how much alike Ezra these teams were. You know, I know they live in the transition game and they're able to. Oh my goodness, what a move in traffic! What a move in traffic! Being able to take that leverage against yourself and be able to get the point in. That is that again. Back to the body control you talked about earlier.
We love to see athletic feats in SimWorld Prep. These kids are sensationally athletic. You won't find a lot of guys in the world who's got the kind of athleticism that these guys we're watching right now do.
You are. As soon as we get a thought going, next thing you know, another steal like grand larceny, man. It's thinking more events here to Chicago. My goodness gracious.
Oh,
and the crowd is into
floater.
it. Up and down here. It's Chicago. You know what? I'm going to take a bite of my hoagie. I'll be right back. And another steal.
I'm telling you, we don't have a chance to get any kind of analysis in there. Just keep making play after play. A beautiful one with the spin move. Maybe they don't want our analysis. That's what it is. They want us to shut up and watch the game.
I'm starting to feel like this is a Raining Trey's home game. The way the crowd is into it here. Listen, they're giving the defense chant and the stomping. It's just the third quarter, Ezra. It's just the third quarter. Come on.
Cole Evans with the word. Now, I'll tell you what, Raining Trey's, their crowd travels, and also when you've got a team like Showtime, any team that's from an LA or a huge market like that, you're going to find haters all around the country, even if it's high school kids.
You know what? Fair point.
It's like the Dallas Cowboys. It's like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Nobody really likes the Dallas Cowboys except for Dallas Cowboy fans.
Good point. And, you know,
unlike the hero, basketball savior, James Harden. Everybody likes him.
You know what? Without a doubt, all the polls say that. But I tell you something right now, though, the Raining Treys, despite what they're doing, they still find themselves only down.
Evans with a tricky play and the slam. I'm telling you, watch this kid. Someone give him an offer. Oakland, California, but I'm sure he'd go anywhere if you give him the right offer.
Again, these bigs are making my talking dirty with Maestro Pod look really good. I talked about the bigs showing up today, and they are definitely doing so.
That they are. The Maestro Pod is almost never wrong. Talking dirty shorts. You listen to it. He's a prophet, basically. But 61-55 at the end of the third quarter here. Got a big fourth quarter coming up, and we'll be back after this.
Réagir, j'étais embarqué dans un camion de livraison et voilà comment j'atterris ici.
Ah, c'est incroyable, hein. T'entends ça, chérie?
Bah oui, c'est fou.
But I gotta speak the truth. I ain't trying to be brand new, but you know who I'm talking to. Shorty, why you all up in my grill? Whoa, now slow down. stop it, girl, just chill. Cause on the real, I only came here to party, drink Bacardi, and I ain't even get a chance to get started or get naughty. Cause you're talking all that yada yada yada, all up in my ear. Cause you think that I'm a star, darling, what's the deal? I still remember how you done it times before, but now that I done made it, I'ma tell you at the door to get up off of my hoe, 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 get up off of my hoe.
Welcome back here. If B-Ron was here, you know what he'd tell you. I believe B-Ron's in the stream, so B-Ron, do the honors of telling the people what to do here. But we're here at the fourth quarter. Showtime basketball, 6-point lead. Emilio Torres, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He's shooting 60% from the field. He's looked like maybe the next star for this Showtime basketball. We've seen over the last 2 seasons, it was Bronny James, then it was Cole Webb. This team kind of usually revolves themselves around a singular star. And there's some help. He's got a lot of help. He's got a lot of great defensive help, I'll tell you what. You talk about Terrell Coleman, 5 blocks today. Schizo, who's a constant steal monster. He's got 2 today. High IQ player. You talk about Cole Evans, who does a lot. This Showtime team, their defense should really be the highlight of their game this season.
Yes, they are, and they are showing that even with a team that can run with them, that they can get that timely stop when they need to. So 11th, great job, great block.
I don't know if I've told you this yet, but I really like Sol Evans. I love his game. He's my type of player.
Once again, another block.
Someone call DJ Khaled. Someone call DJ Khaled. We need another one. The versatile 6'10" Sol Evans. He can guard on the perimeter. He can guard the mid-range. He can guard in the post. He plays hard on the boards. He's got a mismatch down low right now with Jalen Bryan on him. Give him the ball.
That's right. All he does is win, no matter what. I'm sorry. Yes.
No matter what. No, it's perfect. Shout out to a legend, a great one, DJ Khaled. Keep that one out, young man.
Yeah. Oh, great pass by Sol Evans. Great dish.
Sol Evans. I believe that was to Trent Rivera on the receiving end with the reverse slam there. Wow. I'm loving the front court players we've got here with Showtime. Terrell Coleman and Sol Evans, just hard workers who are exceptional on the defensive end.
There's a case of that.
And they can facilitate.
Yeah, he goes up there, he gets a foul in physical one, but that's okay. I'll take that foul, physical error more than a mental error. Next thing, what I would probably teach him to do in that particular moment with his size, make it work to his advantage, make sure he's out of the charge circle, put his hands up, let that body come to him, give it a little fall back. Next thing you know, he's got a charge on the plate too, and we dance without our shirts on, baby. Woo!
Dancing in the moonlight. Nothing quite like the feel of a shirtless dance in the moonlight with some of your buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, just regular stuff.
Yeah. The moon's usually out.
It's out somewhere.
You see it or not?
It's out somewhere.
I'm saying. And Showtime quietly has extended their lead to 63-56, not allowing a bucket yet here in this fourth quarter. 1 free throw been made, and they're going to go back to the free throw line, the reigning Trey as well. Coach Tafari Morrison trying to get something to go.
Jalen,
he's been good.
He's been very aggressive. He's going into the bodies of these big men. He's making sure everything is working for him. I tell you, that's how do you get your team back into it at a point like this when you're against a team that, when you're going against a team that matches you and your ability to be able to play transition ball, you need to stop the clock. Get buckets with the clock stopped, and that's what Jalen Bryan is trying to do for his team right now. Yeah, give it a kiss. Give it a kiss.
And gets them both to go. On to the next play, Showtime basketball. What will they draw up here? I want to find Emilio Torres. He's been great tonight. Today, it's not the night. Keep thinking about the moon. But today, he's been great. A great dish. Was that Terrell Coleman again? I love the passing ability we've seen from the defensive big man.
He is. Yeah, actually, that was a pass from Jarius Bradley. But I tell you something. One thing that both of these teams have, Ezra, you called it right on point, my man. is the ability to get the ball to their teammate in motion. Once they start learning how to balance themselves on the floor, those passes are going to turn into easy bunnies.
Easy bunnies. I'm actually allergic to bunnies, but not those kind.
And listen to this crowd.
Ooh, Ethan Alexander. The hand in his face. His game, talk about a guy that we've watched progress since he joined SimWorld or SimWorld Prep. Last year, you know, Japheth Towns kind of manning this team. It was his show, his everything, but we saw some great games from Ethan Alexander this year. He's been kind of their second guy right behind Brandon Crawford. He can step out, shoot the three at 6'8". He does some work inside. Decent defender. We've seen the progression of Ethan Alexander quite a bit over his time in SimWorld Prep so far, and I can only imagine we're going to see more of it.
Oh, 100%, 100%. You know, the IQ goes a long way to building where your game can be. Physicality is one thing, but physical attributes can be taught. IQ they can be taught, but they're longer ago. And he already has that. You know, with a name like Ethan Allen, you know, you expect him to be able to, you know, also make you a lot of money too in the stock market. So there you go.
That's a good point. If he doesn't make it in basketball, he could have a good career as a financial advisor.
There you go. What would Ethan Allen do? See, there you go. We already got the commercial cut. I jammed up my man's name. That's okay. He's gonna meet me in the parking lot and take me down. It's okay.
He's a big man, 6'8", but I wouldn't want to meet you in a parking lot. I'm good on that. Thank you.
Emilio finally missed the bucket, showed that he's human. The tattooed assassin.
And on the other end, Tommy White gets it to go. Another 6'7" kind of stretch forward they've got. A lot of size, but is able to pop out and shoot the ball.
Oh, what a pass down low. Oh, too much time. Too much time. Oh, you cannot give a talented big like that the opportunity to react to you. It was a great pass by Emilio down low to his teammate. But you know what? Once again, what happened? You see great defense being played. You cannot give Ethan Alexander that much time to react to you, because he's going to meet you where you are.
Crawford doing something here, and he's just going to pull it. Another block for Terrell Coleman. That's his sixth. Terrell Coleman's going to pull the three in transition. Let's go. If he had made that, Maestro, if he had made that, we're going to see him get an offer from every blue blood at once with the block on one end on the perimeter and come down, hit a transition three. What was that?
Stop it, Terrell. Stop it.
Well, what you shouldn't stop doing is supporting SimWorld. You're here, you're watching. Make sure you're following SimWorld on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it, TikTok, at SimWorld 4K. It's SimWorld Sports on Facebook. If any of you youngsters use Facebook, I do. It's my favorite. But SimWorld 4K on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Go run those numbers up. Let's make it happen today, huh? Come on, let's make it happen. SimWorld 4K. Oh, don't be a bum, and shout out to, I see Cyrus out here in the stream. I see B-Ron. Hope we're not getting too crazy this time, B-Ron. I see. Thank you. Kai Killens is here. Benjamin Alexander. We got quite a few. Coach Simpson. Coach Simpson is the SimWorld Prep junkie. I see him around just about everywhere. Coach Dries Williams, Philadelphia Elites captain and general. Everybody's here right now. Justin Zhang, I believe I see out there. I mean, we've got quite a crowd. Let's get some more people in here. But thank you guys for being here with us. We always appreciate your undying support and helping to make sure Maestro and I get lunch today.
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, I wonder why I haven't got a message from Kai in the last hour. He's watching the game. Otherwise, I'd be in the message asking about how to scout somebody out. No, I'm just playing with you, Kai. You know you're my dude. B-Ron, sit down. Sit down. Stop. B-Ron, stop acting out.
I mean, we saw what happened. In that tournament, our first one, SimWorld Prep season, and he's back off probation from that. Terrell Coleman pull another three. What's going on?
He's feeling something right now, but I tell you what, though, reigning Trays, look at what they've done. 2-point game.
Brandon Crawford down low.
170 seconds left to go.
Another block for Terrell Coleman. He's got 7.
This guy, he's going to get double digits in blocks. Is he going to do that, Ezra? Is he going to do that, Ezra? Ezra, is he going to do that?
He's got about 3 minutes left. If he can get a block a minute, he'll be there. And hey, I'm not going to rule out the chance of overtime here in this game.
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Brandon Trey with a chance to tie it up. Ethan Alexander, another block. There he is, Terrell Coleman, another block. That's 8 blocks on the day. This guy's a defensive monster, and if he gets one of those threes to fall, the roof's going to come off this place.
I think it's already off. We just don't know it yet because I blacked out.
I hope the roof doesn't come off. It's an absolutely beautiful roof that they've got here. The ceiling is magnificent.
It's looking like a true actuary for an insurance company. I love you, Ezra. You're the best.
You have to do risk analysis. We're all adults here. Jarius Bradley with it up top. Huge growth spurt for him since he's joined SimWorld Prep. He's now 6'7", or at least listed as such. Showtime, there seems to be a lid on the basket here for them. They haven't got one to go. And Tommy White's got an open lane, but he kicks it. Brandon Crawford, foot on the line, but he gets the long 2 to go. Great jumper from the big man there. Tied ball game here, Maestro. We got just under 2 minutes to go. Wow.
Get it.
Izzo, not always much of a shot creator, but he's going to pull one here. Can't get it to go. This is a long stretch. I believe 2-3 minutes without Showtime scoring the ball.
Listen to this crowd, Ezra. Listen to this crowd.
Oh, another block for Terrell Coleman. He's got 9. I'm more interested in how many blocks Terrell Coleman's going to get than who wins this game at this point. I'm kidding. Come on, guys.
Oh, my goodness. He is all over the place where he needs to be. Great pass. Will they back out? Deep 3. Oh!
Get it to go. Rebound Trays, and they've got a chance to take a lead here. First one in the 4th quarter. Crawford over to Caden Spencer, the aggressive Caden Spencer. He's got defensive sensation Schizo on him, and he gets past him. He gets past one of the best perimeter defenders in SimWorld Prep and hits a floater over one of the best interior defenders in SimWorld Prep. We're going to take a break to digest that one. We'll be right back. Make it 2-possession game, and they will.
Definitely gonna have to look elsewhere.
Oh! welcome back here. We've got an absolutely excellent game. 49 seconds left. Reigning Trey's up 2. But don't forget, if you're enjoying this one, which I know you are, we've got more of it for you today. But next weekend, Appalachian basketball champion is going to be a High Court Sports and Recs in Optimus Park, North Carolina. Beautiful tournament. I'm excited to take a trip out there, Maestro. You'll have us on the call again, and in that one, we're going to have a nice field. Beasts of the East, we all know and love them. Queen City Kings, Southeast Select, Run DMV, Indy Stripes, and Beyond the Arch. So if you're looking to see any of those teams play, or you just want to see some good basketball, I can promise you, out there in North Carolina, we're going to have some big name schools in attendance for that. So don't miss out. They're not going to miss out. You shouldn't either. But for now, let's lock into this one. Let's see who's going to go to the finals of this one. Will Reigning Trays make another tournament final? Showtime Basketball going to try to make sure they can't. And Terrell Coleman going to try his hand on offense. Can't get it to go. Uh-oh.
Rare miss when his team needed him.
Oh. Well, Evans with the foul. That's going to reset it. They're going to have to go out of bounds. I think I like the defensive IQ there, but they're going to take him out. Oh, they're just playing the foul game.
It's okay. We'll take it now. We'll take it now because you're going to need it. You need it where it counts.
And you're going to look to get Emilio Torres open on the other end. If it's me, you've had trouble getting scoring from anyone else consistently on this Showtime Basketball team. There's no question in my mind you're trying to draw something up for Emilio Torres, or at least use him as a decoy to get something wide open for somebody else.
And you know what, I don't want to let this slide here. I'm going to give you some props here. You gave a great comparison of Caitlin Spencer, who's at the line right now, to another b-ball personality and legend. And you remember what you talked about there with him?
Nate Robinson. Sometimes I feel bad comparing vertically challenged people only to other vertically challenged people, but the games just look similar. He's aggressive, he can get to the rack, and what reminds me most of Nate Robinson is his unwillingness to back down to larger defenders. He does not care. He does not see height. Some people say they don't see color. He doesn't see height.
And I cannot tell you how key that was, especially for a player like myself. Even though I'm not necessarily vertically challenged, I always loved going up against guys who had 4, 5, 6, 7 inches on me. Why? Because I knew that if I could bring that dog into that fight, if I could get in their kitchen, if I can make their life miserable, that my bigs had a chance to do more.
Great point. Me, myself, I am vertically challenged when it comes to basketball, and I pulled some tricks. I got ejected from a JV game my sophomore year because first of all, I don't know why there was a 6'7" kid playing JV, but he was trying to post me up and I pantsed him on the court.
There you go. That's your constitutional right. It's in the 29th Amendment.
It's a Minka Cup.
It's in the 29th Amendment. Math is hard. Don't fight it. Don't even look it up. Just trust me.
And you know what else is hard? A 4-point deficit for Showtime here.
Yes.
28 seconds left. Maestro, in this situation, are you looking to go for a 3 now, or are you going to go for try and get an easy lay and keep playing the foul game and hope they miss one?
What I want to do is I want to get out, get a 3 off right away, crash 3 or 4 jerseys to the backboard, get the rebound. If I get the rebound, put it right back up, get the 2, foul right away, going for the steal, reset everything over again. But this 3 needs to go up right away to make it work, and it's too late already.
Torres with the ball. This is the guy you want the ball in the hands of. They go to the rack. Aggressive, can't get it to go. Coleman with the board, back up with it. He gets it to go. 2-point game here. They're going to try for the steal on the inbound. If not, they're going to have to foul immediately. Caden Spencer, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line. Although, while we know him as a good free throw shooter. For our stat watchers out there, he is shooting about 66% on the season. Very young season. But this is a kid who can make his free throws. That I'm not worried about. Early season struggles. Hasn't got a lot of attempts at the line. So it should be fun.
Yeah. And I love the fact that his shoelaces matches the rest of his uniform.
It's all about coordination.
Hey, gonna play good, gotta look good, and Caden Spencer is getting it done today, son.
Makes them both, and now if I'm Showtime, I am absolutely drawing up, trying to get a 3 for Emilio Torres here. I mean, you know that Reigning Trey is going to have a spotlight on him. Oh, Keswick Arlook gonna just kind of chuck a three, and that's gonna about do it here. They're gonna foul. It might be a little too late, too little too late after that. Emilio Torres, you can see the frustration. I don't think that was a planned foul. I think that was a frustration foul. He's upset that Artlook kind of just chucked that one. He was looking to run a play there. They must have had a play call, and Artlook must have just thought he had an open three. But you can see the frustration on Torres' face. He's been carrying the squad all day.
Great call by you. Great observation by you. And I tell you, something else we said too. Raining Trays down almost the entire game, came back when they needed it, and let's do not underestimate the energy that this crowd brought to the table for them today.
Ooh, Giza almost hits one that wouldn't have mattered anyways, but that's our final. Raining Trays headed to the finals of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. We'll see who they're going to play in our next one. Heartland Zombie Stars and Lakeshore Drive, the hometown team, coming up after this.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Is a holiday, and every day's an anniversary. You should think about the time you waste, cause my last name ain't gold train. Cause if it is good, got it. If I need to heat it up, I got fire. Make sure I'm the best for it, show it. He's running home to me for it, and he knows whatever he wants that I'm with it. And he knows the perfect place to come get it. And he knows that every woman is in me. Oh, man, can just let me be. I got free. Back up off of me. I got to breathe and just be free. In case you didn't hear me, yeah, I got to breathe, so let me breathe.
Right now you're listening to a remix. Right now you're listening to a remix. Right now you're listening to a remix of a War Star. Mama, you was dead wrong. Thinking I'ma let you come in here and mess up my home and get my head blown. Should've known better, homie. I got a one and only. Go by the name of Tony. And I know you heard her when she said, let me, so stop sweating me. You know that you ain't never ever getting me or get these keys, please. Situations fire like green cheese, believe me. When I say I'm never leaving.
It's good love, got it. Happiness to heat up, I got fire.
Yeah, she
Make
do
sure I'm
it.
the best. Running home to me, boy.
That's right.
And he knows whatever he wants that I'm with it. And he knows the perfect place to come get it. And he knows that every woman is in me. Oh, man, you just let me breathe. I got to breathe.
Get the hell out my face.
Please.
Give my little mama a space.
I got all of me.
That goes deal for me.
Breathe and just be free.
Get the hell out my face.
Please.
Give my little mama a
They
space.
shouldn't hit me. Yeah, Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between them. If there's one thing I truly believe in, ordinary love, ordinary love. I wanna oversleep in your shirt 'cause it's ours. Brush my teeth while you're taking a shower. If there's one thing I know, there is power in ordinary love, ordinary love. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah, wanna fix, wanna heal where it's hurting. Gonna put out the fire where it's burning. I will be there with all of my being. Ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love, yeah. Ordinary love, ordinary love, yeah.
And welcome here. Welcome in to our second semifinals matchup. We got the home squad, Lakeshore Drive, taking on the Heartland Zombie Stars, who went 2-0 in pool play. And Maestro, who obviously is back with me again, won't even introduce him. But this is a big one here. You got Coach Lovelace, who is the former Lakeshore Drive coach from a couple years ago, who had some beef when he left with head coach and owner Rosante Vance. This should be a heated one. You got 4 Illinois guys, 4 Chicago hometowners on this Heartland Zombie Star squad. This is going to be a fiery matchup, I can tell you that right now, and the crowd should be going crazy for this hometown Lakeshore Drive, but never know when you got 4 kids, 4 from this city, one being Nick Brewer, who's kind of been the standout for Heartland so far, all playing for Heartland, so I'm intrigued to see what the crowd's going to do, how passionate this game's going to be. This should be a really good one.
It's something right now. Ezra, the idea of that beef is, I think it's more than beef. I think it's a whole herd of cattle. They have to figure out a way to cook it up and eat it, because this game is going to be smoking all day long with all this attitude flying around. And the looks that we were seeing in the warm-ups across the table, between coach and team and even out to the crowd. Woo! I tell you, this is a good thing we're wearing vests. I'm just gonna say it like that.
It is a good thing we're wearing vests. It's feeling hostile in here. It's feeling hostile in here. Someone get me a code red. Someone get me a code red so I feel safe. Bucket there. You got Jermaine Duckworth. Is he a descendant of Kevin Duckworth, the one-handed free throw shooter from back in the day in the SWBA? Who knows?
Yeah, he's saying they're the same.
There's not a lot of last name Duckworth. So, and right off the bat, we're getting back and forth scoring. Adrian Hilario with the bucket there, I believe, and they're not holding back to start this one.
No, No, they are not. I tell you, both teams are just, it kind of reminds me of that. It kind of reminds me of one of those fights where both team comes out, they fill you out, then when they throw a punch, it's going to be a punch. No jabbing, just we're going right to hit it, to hit it.
Another bucket for Jermaine Duckworth. Not only is he rocking the old school name, he's rocking the old school goggles. Man, do I love to see it. Through the rack. That's gonna be Isaiah Orland.
Yeah, thank you. Isaiah Orleans is definitely finding a way to move into leverage as he gets into the crowd. Hear the crowd underneath, and I tell you something. If he does that all day, you know what that's going to do? Ezra, that's going to open up their ability to shoot the mid-range or long-range shot because they're going to collapse every time he runs in, which is going to leave a lot of cats open for shots like that.
Ooh, Justin Zhang buries the three. We've seen Justin Zhang around quite a bit in open runs and in the community, and he hits his first on-air bucket of his career.
I tell you, he caught my attention months ago, and I'm glad to see that he's with a system and in a program that's going to allow him to do all those things he does so well. I think we found ourselves a little too wide open to be comfortable there. I believe that's Caden Cook said, "Oh, wait, I'm really this open? Somebody come get me."
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but...
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf. And that is its incredibly protective mother.
Put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Here, Zombie Stars jumping out to an 11-6 lead, and we saw Caden Cook there, couldn't get the bucket inside to go, but he pressured full court on the other end and forced a turnover. Great kind of, he gets back for his missed shot there. And he's going to be inbounding the ball here. Harlan Zombie Stars back over. We're swinging it around. That's Nick Brewer with the ball up top. Watch him, 27th ranked player in the world in prep ball from Chicago, Illinois. He's in his hometown tonight. Tonight, whatever. It's always the night for big party guys like us. Zhang with it in the corner. He's going to pull again. It rattles around and goes. And I'll tell you what, on a pop-a shot, that would have been worth 2 buckets.
Exactly, because he used all the rim twice. Rules is rules. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We definitely have some fans in the house. A few young ladies there kind of watching him, and at least somebody's watching them. Let's say it like that.
I don't know anything about young ladies, I'll tell you that. Lakeshore Drive coming the other way. Started off hot, but defense has turned up here for the Heartland Zombie Stars in the last couple minutes of this first quarter.
Lakeshore is not a high-scoring team. They are definitely a slog and jog it, and so they're gonna have to find a way to be more consistent against stops against Heartland Zombies. But listen, the Zombie Stars are in here tonight with something to show. All the local boys playing here at home. No look pass back out to Caden Brewer from Justin Zhang. I tell you, I think the Zombie Stars are trying to make a point here today. Like, you know what? Y'all let us go.
Y'all let us go. And here comes Lakeshore Drive again, trying to get that lid off the basket. Haven't scored in a couple minutes. That's going to be a 3 from Millie G. Can't get it to go.
Well, what a pass there. What a finish by Nick Brewer. What a great pass leading him into that. Zombie Stars are going to be really tough to take. If that's how they're going to play their game today, I say what I said again there, Ezra. Lakeshore Drive is not a high-scoring team. They're not going to run you out the gym, but they have to play defense. They have to play defense.
Exactly. I mean, in previous years, they have not been the best about playing from behind. We'll see if that's going to be any different today. But while you're here, Go ahead. I mean, if you're not sharing the stream, not liking, commenting, subscribing, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe while you're here. Get yourself engaged. Like, comment. Get those engagement points. Do your thing. And just, I mean, come on. It's simple stuff. If you love SimWorld, you should be doing these things without me asking.
Thank you.
Micro, we've got, like you said, this Lakeshore Drive team has started off a little slow. How do they get this lid off the basket? What do they need to do? What kind of action do they need to run?
They need to find a way to push Heartland effectively away from the rim. And by that I mean this. They need to not necessarily be so susceptible to the mid-range and in the post shots. They need to find a way to push them away from the rim, and make sure it's only one shot only. Love how the hoodies fit here in Chicago. The idea is give Heartland one shot only, and then need to push it up and use their athleticism to start getting easy buckets, and that's going to open up the floor for them.
That it will. Let's see if they're going to do something here. Need to get some kind of momentum going. They're going to shoot another three. Can't get it to go. The board from Brock Evans, who can't get it to go again. Another board. That's been witness work there on the second rebound. Another three-point attempt. Not shift-worthy. Finally gets it to go.
Fourth time's the charm. That's how it works here. They should have had a bucket two shots ago. There is a time you want to be fancy, and there's a time you want to get violent. And when you have a ball underneath, and that's something that they're going to learn. When you have a ball underneath, you need to go right to the rim, put the bucket in the biscuit, and just get it done. Stop trying to be pretty with it.
Sometimes you got to remember you're not on ESPN. You're just trying to get a win. You don't need to get fancy. That's what my old coach used to tell us.
Okay.
Aiden Salas steps out and hits a three. He plays the 5 for them.
Yes,
6'8", 225, and he shows off some shooting.
Breakaway
great
three.
bucket.
Yes.
Shiftworthy, the 15-year-old from Snowmass, Colorado. He's looking good so far.
Breakaway three, something I never thought I'd say on a consistent basis. Oh, and that's how you choose. Isaiah Orleans just showing you how you choose to get the points done. I can be pretty later.
You always want to be pretty when given the opportunity. Lakeshore back with it. 9-point deficit here as the first quarter winds down. Great pass there. Shiftworthy with another bucket, and he'll go to the line. He's doing a little bit of everything so far today.
Yes, he is. I believe that pass. I'm trying to see where that pass. I believe that pass came from. Was that Tyreek Watt with that pass there in the posts for him?
That was.
Yes, again, a big that can facilitate. That's what you want to see.
Great passing on display we've seen from every team we've seen so far today. The emphasis on passing and ball movement has been exceptional today.
That travels no matter what level of game you play. Passing, ball movement, facilitation travels. Home, road, away, in the backyard, in the front yard, in the back of the church, in KFC, in the drive-thru. That parts of your game just travels.
You could go for some KFC. And that's going to be Zombie Stars ball. 40 seconds left here in this first quarter. Mari Blunt going to check in for Lakeshore Drive. Now Shiftworthy getting his first break of the game. Inbound play for the Zombie Stars. Nick Brewer over to Isaiah Orleans. Orleans with the off-balance jumper. Can't get it to go, but there's Jaden Salas. Hit the three a couple possessions ago and gets the offensive board in the slam on this one.
You know, Ezra, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm gonna say this again. You have these Illinois boys have come home to say, yeah, what you got? they are showing every single level, and I think it's feeding out throughout the bench here. That, you know what, this is our home. We might have a different jersey on, but this is our home.
We own this down. Amari Blunt with the foul. Orleans going to go to the line here. 12 seconds left.
The crowd's letting them know early. How do you feel about it?
Crowd is electric for this one. hometown squad versus a lot of hometown guys.
You gotta love the Uncle Drew shorts.
Absolutely. And again, beautiful ceiling on this thing.
Quite lovely.
Leans knocks on the first one. Can't hit the second. And, you know, SimWorld Prep has moved to the 1-and-1 for their free throws this year. An interesting take. Oh!
Oh my goodness, that's...
Mari Blunt with the slam.
Mari Blunt said you do not bring no solo cup to a tuxedo party.
Absolutely not. I don't know what that meant, but I know we got a good game on our hands. We'll be back to continue it in the second quarter. Welcome back here to our second semifinal game, the Windy City Hoopers only invitation in Chicago, Illinois. Maestro, we've seen some very good ball here from Heartland Zombie Stars. Lakeshore Drive is staying with it, but what do they need to do to win this game, not just stay in this game?
They're going to have to get out of the comfort zone, Ezra. They're going to have to get out of the comfort zone in terms of putting the bucket in the biscuit. They're going to have to figure out a way to score. You know, all due respect, scoring 55 against the Zombie Stars, not going to get it done here today. And they're going to have to find a way to really make that work. They have to get into a zone that they're not comfortable with, maybe.
Well, how's that for you? Brock Evans said, I'll find a way to score.
There
Shut
you
your mouth,
go.
Maestro.
There you go. Shut me up, baby.
Everybody stop this guy. Kevin's known for his defense, but that was a tough shot there. Zombie Stars with it. Oh, nice steal in the post there.
Way to step in front of that pass. It was telegraphed. You took advantage of it, and guess what? Payback's you know what.
Goes to the rack, can't get it to go, and we're going back and forth now. Who will be the first to score? We're back over to Brock Evans. Brock Evans aggressive with it. Take a little mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Another no bucket here. Zombie Stars back the other way. We're going to keep running. Valerio with the three, can't get it to go. Board from the Zombie Stars. Open three for Isaiah Orleans, and he gets it to fall.
Isaiah Orleans has been the one primary bright spot of Zombie Stars here today. Throughout defensive, offensively, across the table, even in transition, and now they're bringing down that particular rebound. He's the only one that's finding the consistent game that's making sure that the Zombie Stars are doing what they're able to do. You know, everyone else is playing well at spots. He's been consistent all day.
Love consistent play. I'm out for Lakeshore Drive. You're going to try and talk it over, see what they can do, and while they're doing that, let's talk about how great SimWorld Sports is. Let's talk about all the chances you have to immerse yourself in this vast universe that's been created here for you at SimWorld Sports. I mean, look, where else are you going to get 24/7 media coverage? Where else are you going to get commentators on every game? Where else are you going to get personalized locker rooms where you can talk to your team, to hit the media feed, discuss basketball and ongoings? You're going to get constant highlights, images, everything you could possibly want we've got here for you. So immerse yourself. Don't let it go to waste. Immerse yourself. Get engaged.
Go on and do what you got to do. We got, you know, we're gonna follow you with your points and your stats, league leaders. We got all kinds of chats going on. Your chance to respond, not just to each other, but also to the producers of the great content with all of the great podcasts, Marshpod, Blazing Takes, SimWorld today, Around the Table with E Lava, with E and the Fat Man, or my fun size blue, like I like to call it, the J-Rock Show, and we also offer you something else that you don't see, and that's live, up-to-date stats on every single live stream. Our production crew is getting it done.
They do. Don't quit. There's got to be a lot of those production guys behind the scenes, I would assume.
You know, it's a team like nobody's business. All the SimWorld U games, the prep games, everything going on.
And Lakeshore Drive can't get the bucket to go. And while Zombie Stars have had kind of a consistent lead, seem to have control in this game. Ooh, Justin Zhang with a nice move, but all shake, no bake there as he can't get the bucket to go. I mean, this Lakeshore Drive team has stayed in it. They're staying within striking distance. They're not letting it get away from them.
They need that. Lakeshore Drive is not exactly what I call a quick team. If they were standing next to you and then they started running away, it'd take them about 4.5 days for you to be able to see them no more. They're kind of on the slow side. But if they can kind of keep it at this pace, they need to stay under 10 points in order to have a chance to be sure that they're still in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can get to the fourth quarter within single digits, you've always got a shot there. But Brock Evans on that last one, as we said, great defender, gets the steal, finishes on the other end. There's Nick Brewer. I haven't seen a bunch of him so far, but he's kind of that star guy you're looking for in this one.
Now what I'm gonna tell what I would teach Nick Brewer to do is not to put that elbow into the defender's chest. He doesn't have to do that with his size, his athleticism, and his length. He doesn't have to do that because, in particular against somebody like Cam Frazier, who actually loses 7 inches to Nick, right? If I was Cam Frazier Green, the second his elbow came out to my chest, I would plant my feet and I would let him move and I would let him basically displace me so I can get that charge. And that's a little inside game of basketball there that's going to help both players out. Nick Brewer is way too good to do that sort of street style game. Oh my goodness! Don't you bring no dive Pepsi? Don't you bring no dive Pepsi to a rollerblade dance off? That's how you put the ball down, boy.
Yeah, don't do that. But another great play, great poster there from Jermaine Duckworth on the previous play. We saw Justin Zhang come off an on-ball screen and hit an off-balance three. Incredible shot. He's having himself a nice start to the game. Nick Brewer to the basket, gets it to go. Great body control in there.
A balanced player. You know, again, little things are going to change his game. Little things are going to change his game as he's able to put his athleticism to the fore. He doesn't have to be physical per se. Like I'm gonna say a player like Corey Yams, if you remember him back from his prep days, he was physical and he was also athletic and he was also able to play in space. I'm not saying that Nick Brewer is on the physical level of Corey Yams, but he doesn't have to be with his length and his athleticism and his speed.
call there. And speaking of our SimWorld U friends, we've got the SimWorld U game of the week. Mississippi State hosting the reigning champs. Hail State hosting the reigning champion Miami Hurricanes. And Mississippi State, they are a team that has already pulled off a couple upsets this year. Look to pull off another one, climbing the rankings. Terrell Pearson and Darwin Cohan for this Mississippi State team are very, very dangerous. You look at the bigs, Trey Skeens, and we know the guys over there for Miami with Dominic Bianco, Key Vaughn, the Dunk God, Jackson, Jermaine McLemore, Richard Hennessy, and the whole squad over there. This is going to be an electric one Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be on CBS. Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS.
Don't you love how the panic buttons get hit so fast whenever a team starts off 0 and whatever? Next thing you know, they're back in the conversations being one of the nation's best again. I just love the EKG line of the of the basketball fan in the world.
You know, it's a roller coaster of a sport, up and down in the game, up and down in the analysis. It's the way things go around this sport. And Zombie starts back with it. Justin Zhang having a great day so far. Gets right to the rack for the slam.
And I believe that was a lesson learned about 5 possessions ago. He had a breakaway. He was open in front of the basket, and he pulled up for a little mid-range shot that he missed. And I was curious why he did not go to the rim. I think he cataloged that play in his head and realized if there's nothing between me and the rim, go to the rim.
You're gonna make that mistake twice, and he didn't there. Brewer inside to Zhang. Zhang gets it to go again. Justin Zhang looking very talented today.
Again, using his body, and I can't say this enough to players. Whenever I see a player put their forearm out to create space, you've already lost the leverage game. Do what you just see. Justin Zhang was out leveraged height-wise, but what did he do? He used his body to his advantage and put himself in a position to get a strong shot up. And if he didn't make the shot, or did make the shot, he was still looking like if any contact was made, he would have gotten that foul call.
And get that one to go. Lakeshore Drive coming the other way. Down 13 now. Portland's been able to extend their lead. Witness work, trying to go coast to coast and get it to go. Zombie Stars with another chance.
He's trying to find his voice here today in terms of being able to put any offensive game up. I think he will. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But his team's going to need a lot sooner than later right now.
That they are, and because this Lakeshore Drive will take offense anywhere they can get it at this point. Oh, and a miscommunication on a little handoff there. It's going to go out of bounds. Zombie Stars ball. Zombie Stars going to have another chance to extend their lead here.
Ezra, not to be rude, I feel like Lakeshore Drive is kind of pressing a little bit. I'm just going to say it this way. I feel like they're feeling being the quote-unquote home team, right? And with all this going on here, being down this much, knowing that they're not exactly an offensive juggernaut, knowing that they maxed out today on both games at 55 points. Zombie Stars already at 39, probably on their way to at least, possibly at least 41 after this particular possession, or at least opportunity to have at least 41 points. That's just putting them in a very, very dangerous place.
Nick Brewer got a good look at the rim, but couldn't get it to go. Lakeshore Drive, a couple buckets here would be helpful for momentum going into this half. They draw up here, got some off-ball action. He's going to get a screen. Just going to pull the shot, not going to go. And I'm not seeing enough movement on the offensive side of the ball for this Lakeshore Drive team. It seems like they know how to play in transition. They can run, but they're not getting the stops they need to do that consistently right now. And their half-court offense seems to be stalling out.
Yes. You know, and of all the teams, they can definitely not afford to do that. They need to actually get buckets, but when everybody's standing around like they're in Laffy Taffy land, it makes it very difficult. And that's finally a play where somebody moved at least with the ball. But what I'm seeing is what you just called as, where no one is reacting off ball, as if we're standing waiting for the play to come to them. And their game is based on their defense, and their defense is not helping them right now.
No, it is not, and that was Millie G with the slam here. 2 seconds left. Nick Brewer can't get the final shot to go. 39-28. Heartland Zombie Stars. This Brian Lovewood's coach team against his former team, Lakeshore Drive, is going to take a lead, and momentum into the halftime report. Maestro, what we've been talking about him quite a bit. So let's go the other way. Heartland Zombie Stars, what do they need to do to ensure that they can keep this lead, maybe even extend it, and they can come out of here with a convincing win?
They're going to start with taking smarter shots, and not like you're taking bad shots now, but they need to take smarter shots, Ezra. They need to find themselves a way to all these easy 2 buckets that they're giving away to make those count. It's going to start there for them. They don't have to worry about the defense as much the way Lakeshore Drive plays the Laffy Taffy game, in other words, throwing themselves down, but they need to be more consistent when they get easy buckets. They need to always make it count.
How to get the easy ones, you don't get them often. And on the other end, we know what this Lakeshore Drive needs to do in general, but they've got to find a way to get some half-court offense going. Justin Zhang leading the game, 20 points there. We'll leave it 12 points there. We'll be back after this for the second half.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld. It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Come on, Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the 3 in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The 1 twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. So drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach. Here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, Yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be drippin' with my foes, tipping, shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin'. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld Hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
We're back here at the second semifinal game of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. And Maestro, Lakeshore Drive has got to get something going here on the offensive end. And if you ask me, they need to do it quickly. They can't waste any time and go down any more points. We already know this team is not the strongest at playing from behind. They start off well there with a bucket.
Well, the good news is right now they are exactly 1 point ahead of their pace of the previous 2 games, which means that puts them at 56 points for the game. But they're going to need more than 56 to be able to hang with the Zombie Stars. Once the Zombie Stars get more comfortable being able to make their buckets count.
But they will. This could get away from them quickly the way that it's looked so far. But Brock Evans has been somewhat of a bright spot for this Lakeshore Drive team, pouring in some offense on top of his exceptional defense. He's got Nick Brewer guarding him, going to go right at him and can't get it to go, although almost rolled in.
Much like Lakeshore Drive, that ball just took its time to hang out on the rim. It ordered some pizza and got over sort of great pass. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Brewer, a great bucket down there. And it's just, Lakeshore Drive, their game is at a pace that doesn't allow them to be, how can I say this, dominant offensively.
Well, Nash Shiftworthy, he has been pretty good offensively. I believe he's up to 10 points here now with that 3. Lakeshore Drive getting another stop. They're trying to start this second half off hot. Witness work with a little stutter step and finds a completely open lane. Witness work, one of the only holdovers from last year's Lakeshore Drive squad, and he gets the dump to go there.
Now they're doing exactly what they need to do, taking advantage of the misses that Zombie Stars are doing until Justin Zhang knocked down that 2-pointer.
Justin Zhang, I am very impressed with what I've seen from him.
Lakeshore Drive.
Back, Millie G.
Lakeshore Drive is finding a way to kind of put it in the bick, trying to find a way to get it done here.
That's all you can do. You got to keep finding ways to get it done. Nick Brewer with it. He's going to post up the smaller Duckworth. Witness work comes to help. Ace London can't get the 3 to go.
His teammates will have to help him out as they go to double team him, as they did twice in that particular possession. He kicks the ball out. Billy G again knocking the ball down there, was knocking the dunk. Let's just say it that way. But Nick Brewer is finding the open man. Once he gets double teamed, his teammates will have to step up for him.
Hartland can't get the bucket to go again. Lakeshore Drive starting the second half off now. Yeah, the crowd is behind them as we knew they would be. Millie G, another bucket for Millie G. He's come out strong in the second half.
Yes, he has. Now we have a tie game there, Ezra.
It's crazy how quick that happens. We were just talking about kind of the slower pace of Lakeshore Drive, but they said, all right, we got to adjust. And that's the thing. You see a lot of turnover here in prep basketball. It's not quite like SimWorld U or anything like the SWBA, where you can kind of judge a team a lot based off of the year before. Now, you do have the same coaches who will often try to recruit based on their scheme. So a lot of the times you'll see some similar game plans. Every year, a roster may have different capabilities and the ability to play in a different way. And right now we're seeing Lakeshore Drive the second half. We didn't really know they had it in them to score in bunches like this, especially without D'Angelo Jordan, who went off to SimWorld U. But they're finding a way. We're seeing new guys come in. Nash Shiftworthy and Millie G, Maine Duckworth have all really been able to get something going. Even Brock Evans, the defensive stalwart, getting some business done in there. So it's all about finding new guys who can contribute and figuring out what they can do for you. So who knows? We could see this could be a new start for Rosante Vance in this Lakeshore Drive team.
Absolutely. But you know who's name we haven't called, and you know who I'm really am surprised we're not seeing more of in the key moments of the game, and that is the Mr. Basketball, Illinois' Mr. Basketball, Tyreek Watt. He has been surprisingly, let's just say, back of a milk carton-ish the first 3 quarters of this particular game, and I am wondering, is this a thing of playing here, knowing that he's looking at schools from the area, Purdue, Iowa, and Notre Dame. The fact that he's here at home. It feels like it's odd that he would be this quiet this long.
Millie G, offensive board and puts it back. He's got a 3, he's got a dunk, and he's got a second chance board and put back all within the last about 3 minutes of the game. He is taking this personally. He's taking this game personally.
It's going to take that. We got our crowd into it. I love the third quarter crowd. I'm going to ask for some selfies from some of the people in the stands. I'm just going to say that right there and leave it alone. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, basketball. Yeah, basketball game right here. Okay, I'm back.
Yes, here we are, back to the game. Up to the rack. A poster from Amari Blunt, and he certainly was blunt with that one. Lakeshore Drive, that slam there gives them their first lead of the game.
And now they're stepping up their pace, which is what they're going to need. They're going to need to do in order to stay with the Zombie Stars. And I can't help but to think that the crowd that has stayed with them and pushing them on has got them to this particular point. Now they need to give the crowd. And oh my goodness, Amari Blunt just says, you know what? Last time was not a fluke. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Drive extending their lead to 4. Now it's Heartland Zombie Stars who needs to find a way to get this offense going. Through the rack, can't get it to go. He will go to the line. I believe that's Isaiah Orleans.
Yes, and the
on
crowd
the drive there.
The crowd's letting people know how they feel about that particular foul.
Wait. I don't think they like it.
No. Just again, look at the work here that in this beautiful arena, as you so amply call it earlier. But the photographers that are here, this is listen, family, for all you guys who are watching, this is a prep game. This is a prep game. This is a game of high schools, and look at what we got. The cameras, we got all, and we're giving away stuff. Come on. Once we get over 50 views, guess what? Somebody's going to get some EMs and they'll be able to take me to lunch. And Ezra too. So come on.
Thank you for including me in the plans. That doesn't happen often for me.
So please come on. And thank you for being a part of this amazing, incredible season and production that's going on here. And again, props out to the people here in this arena. The guys cleaning up the sweat, to the people who are giving us the extra hoagies. I'm hiding my bag underneath the table because I don't even know that I already got 12 that I'm gonna sneak back to the hotel. I'm just telling you, this is prep. Look at this. This is prep. Why do you think these kids are ready at the highest level of this game? When they go to SimWorld U, they are already comfortable. Why? Because they've already lived the life.
Already played in the best prep league you're gonna find. It's the first of the 1-and-1 there, Isaiah Orleans does. We'll have a chance for a second. That's how 1-and-1 works. And he hits the second one. So now, Maestro, the script has been kind of flipped this second half. It's been the Zombie Stars struggling to score. Lakeshore scoring in bunches already with, am I correct? I believe 20 points here in this third quarter.
Yes.
20 points here in the third quarter.
21.
That's almost
21.
as many.
21.
21 points here in this third quarter. That's almost as many as they had in the entire first half.
Exactly.
The Zombie Stars only with 7 points in this half. 7 or 8, something like that, Maestro. But they're struggling to score. Now the script is flipped. What do the Zombie Stars need to do to get their offense back up?
Refocus. They need to come out with that. They need to find that same energy where they started the game. But Ezra, I cannot say this enough. How many times have we seen the Zombie Stars in the
What the heck? What the heck? That's Amari Blunt's third poster in this quarter. What is going on?
I'm surprised he didn't hit his head on the backboard. The way that he was able to go up and under in traffic and get that high without any resistance, that just shows you that they are ready to bring the fire right here. I am going to say this. I have not done the right proper hashtags to keep up with this because you know how much of a nerd I am with this stuff. But the Zombie Stars have probably left at least, great steal of the alley with no hoop. They've left at least 25, 26 points from misses like that were less contested than that particular shot. And that's going to haunt them when they look at the final score of this game, especially if they're on the losing end. Oh, my goodness.
It's past the center.
Say, what's my name? What's my name?
Shiftworthy, that's your name. He hits him with the jump stop with the guy on his hip. Beautiful, beautiful move there.
Oh.
Isaiah Orleans has seemed to be the only one who can spark some offense here for the Heartland Zombie Stars in the second half.
He has been their consistent voice throughout the day, finding a way to play through everything. And guess what? It's going to take more than one, especially right now, being down by 2. And you have a team like Lakeshore that's finding a way with the hoop and the harm. We're contractually obligated to say that there on the old school three-point play. But they're finding a way to stay in this game and just love how the gray and white matches the glasses. This is nice. I'm sorry, back to the game. The idea here of what Lakeshore Tribe is able to do here, matching their point totals from the previous 2 games, that shows you what they found their offensive zone. This crowd is helping them out. Heartland Zombie Stars need to find patience and allow themselves to score the easy buckets because they've given away way too many points in the day effort.
What they have, and that was Amari Blunt with that and one. He's got 9 points here in this third quarter. 9 points to go along with Billy G's got 10 in this third quarter. I mean, they found guys are going to go, and not Shiftworthy with the steal. We've seen him pour it up so far. Oh, he's going to pull up again from the mid. He can't get it to go.
Isaiah Orleans did all that. He did all that shaking and baking, and Nosworthy just took his cake.
And this time he can't get it to go. 5-point lead for Lakeshore Drive here. They flipped the script going into the fourth quarter. Let's see if Heartland Zombie Stars is going to flip it again. We'll be back after this.
Summer Kid season.
And time to wrap this one up. Zombie Stars down by 5. Big fourth quarter coming up. B-Ron, if you're still out there in the stream, you know what to do. Tell the people what's good.
B-Ron, I got you. Let's put up those balls.
Isaiah Orleans up to 18. He's been a man.
Sorry, blacked out. Where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Where are we? We're at the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational in Chicago, Illinois, at the Olympia Coliseum. That's where we are, Maestro. And Lakeshore Drive has a 3-point lead over the Harlan Zombie Stars. It's been a back and forth game. I always say basketball is the game of run, and this game has been just a picture of that.
You see those fours in the chat? Come on, y'all. You know what's up. Recognize. Nash Shiftworthy's getting knocked. Nasty Shiftworthy, I tell you.
Orleans with it. He's been making something happen all second half, but he hasn't got a whole lot of help. Dangerous pass there. It's corralled by Brock Evans.
They had 3 different ideas of what they want to do between the 2 of them.
Great block there, interior defense from Heartland Zombie Stars. They're coming the other way. Pass inside to Brewer.
Oh, block. And you know what? Anything you can block, I can block better, baby.
I like that. Witness work. Duckworthy over the wing. Maybe Sebastian Young with it back to Shiftworthy, who's had himself a great game, leading the team with 15. You really like what you see. You want to talk about a guy that you want to add to your roster. He's a guy I can see coming into a program at SimWorld U. Maybe if he decides to go to one of those bigger programs, he's kind of one of those spark plugs off the bench kind of guy, instant offense. He's been sensational creating his own shot.
And also the occasional spot starter in the case where you want to get out to maybe push a team quick that might move slow.
Yeah. He's got that in his bag. Duckworth can't get the midi to go, although he would have got a point on a pop-up shot.
Yeah, absolutely. At least one.
Orleans over to Zhang, who's been incredibly efficient. 6 for 8 on the night.
Ooh!
To the rack! Justin Zhang make it 7 for 9.
That's how you bring some breaks to a dance party. Do what you got to do. His fan club is going crazy. I'm gonna ask them if they give me a group selfie later.
Zang bang posse.
Oh, defense by Nick Brewer. Good block in the paint.
Trying to take the lead here. Isaiah Orland directly to the rack. Can't get it to go. Great recovery there on defense for Lakeshore.
Ezra, can I say something? Ezra, can I say something? Ezra, can I say something? We got ourselves a game.
Yes.
We got ourselves a game.
Yes. Yes, we have ourselves a game. Zhang with the board. Zombie Stars trying to regain the lead here.
What a pass. Oh, he caught his man by surprise. Very rarely you see Justin Zhang get caught by surprise, but Nick Brewer made such a beautiful pass. I think Justin was surprised. Oh, I got it. Wait a minute, I'm at the rim. Oh, wait a minute, I can shoot.
But couldn't convert on it. Gave a chance for Lakeshore to come back and extend the lead.
Sometimes you can make a pass that's too good. That's why you always got to keep your head on the swivel.
Ooh, Nick Brewer through the double team, gets the bucket to go.
We have 238 seconds left to go, and it is something else happening here. I tell you, these teams are putting them up.
Quick math there.
Almost a back and forth. Yeah, math is good. Math is our friend.
Don't argue with it.
Don't argue with it. Just don't even
You'll
try.
win.
Every time.
Nick Brewer, the bank is open.
Goodness. Going to make that deposit there, Nick Brewer at the bank.
1 point game here.
Oh, look at that. Straight to the rim.
Evans to the rack.
Straight to the rim, saw that open floor. That's how you do. You see open floor to the rim, you just take it until somebody makes a mistake and stepping in front of you. I'm just telling you. Good move by the young man. Again, another great pass by Nick Brewer to give his teammate a chance to make that great bucket. Facilitation from a big man opens up so much of the floor. Please don't overwrite that. Please don't overwrite that.
Aiden Cook there with that last bucket. It's a 1-point game. 3 minutes left to go. We had 2 fantastic semifinal games. I'm hoping the winner of this is going to go on to take on the reigning Trays in the finals. And I know that both of these teams have some, Lakeshore Drive being the home team, would love to get that tournament title here. And I mean, Heartland Zombie Stars is almost half players from Chicago, Illinois. Either way, both of these teams got something to play for. But speaking of something to play for, you've enjoyed this tournament. You're going to keep enjoying it. But don't forget, we got another one here for you. Next weekend, the Appalachian Basketball Championship. East of the East, Queen City Kings, Southeast Select, Run DMV, Indy Stripes, and Beyond the Arch in the Appalachian Basketball Championship.
I'm bringing my banjo.
Next Saturday, bring your banjo. We're going to be hitting some bluegrass all day. I love bluegrass. Starting at 11 a.m. Eastern next Saturday.
Let's go! Let's go!
Couldn't see it. I was hitting a little jig to that one. That was beautiful. It reminded me of my favorite band, Arkansas.
Who doesn't love them some Arkansas? Or Arkansas, whoever you like first. 180 seconds here, Ezra. What we gonna do, man? What we gonna do here today, baby?
It's been back and forth game. It's just who's going to end the game on a run. It seems to be what it's going to be for me. But Zombie Stars have not been able to regain the lead since the Lakeshore Drive has kind of flipped the script on them. See if they can get a couple stops here.
Yes, they have. They found their offensive prowess in the third quarter, and they're continuing on right now. That is just what you want to see. This crowd is really helping them. They're staying in it, and they are making Heartland play for all those easy buckets that they missed. Those little moments, lack of focus that are added up now, are costing Heartland Zombies and putting them in a bad position.
Millie G with the bucket. We're going to take a quick break and be right back after this.
I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake. This is a library. I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake.
Welcome back here to our second semifinals of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. Got a great game here. Want to shout out our guys in the chat. I see Kai Killens, I see Daniel Irvin, I see Jay Midoriya, I see Cyrus, that's Cyrus Jackson, Ron Murphy. We've got everyone here. Thanks for being with us. We've got as I mentioned those guys. And I know a few others in here watching, but those few people are really getting engaged in the chat right now. That's who we can see in our chat. You wanna get that shout out, make yourself visible. Make sure to stay in the chat. Yes, Kai, I see ya. Shout out SimWorld TV. We're here.
You know, Kai ain't going anywhere.
We're here. Yeah, you can't get rid of that kid with bug spray. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, listen, my man Kai is scouting the universe. It's Kai versus everybody. That's gonna be the shirt I'm wearing next week. Kai versus everybody.
Justin Zhang versus everybody here. He gets another bucket to go. Incredibly efficient day for him. He's now 9 for 12 with 20 points.
1-point game. There we go. This is what's up. This is who's gonna be able to pull it in deep here. Who's gonna make the right play? Who's gonna do the thing, Ezra, that's missing right now? What are we not seeing? We're not seeing people crashing the boards. We're not seeing people taking that extra pass. We're not seeing people relaxing to their shot. Who's going to do one of those three things that's going to give them an opportunity? And Nick Brewer says, I got you, Maestro. Don't even worry about you.
Do not worry about it. Nick Brewer, number 27th ranked player in all of high school basketball, taking things into his own hands there to get the bucket and give Zombie Stars the lead back.
1 point lead. There you go. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Gracious.
Does not care. Jermaine Duckworth, who was guarding him on that possession, says, I'm right here. I'm right here.
We got a back and forth. We got a back and forth.
Nick Brewer drawing single coverage again. Gets it to go.
Now that is how you use last space on the floor. Realize where he was. You notice what he didn't do? He didn't put up that forearm. He used his body, used his athleticism, used his reach. And what did he do? Make sure the bank is still open here on Saturday.
Duckworth going at it again. Another bucket. Duckworth and Brewer going back and forth right now. This is a one-on-one matchup you don't want to miss.
Let's go and get something. Let's go and get something. Let's go and get something.
Back to Nick Brewer. Duckworth on him again. Not going to bring the double team.
I thought they were. It was right there. It was right there. But then Nick Brewer has been so good at passing out of the double team that I tell you, he's kind of getting himself reset in the post.
Brewer with it. Shot clock winding down. Duckworth on him. Gets the shot up and it goes. These two going back and forth. Come on, back to Duckworth. Let's see it.
Who's going to rise to the moment? Who's going to rise to the moment and do that other thing? Both can score. Who's going to get a stop for their team?
Rock Evans taking it upon himself. Goes to the rack. Can't get it to go. That's a board for the Zombie Stars, up by 1. 35 seconds left.
Now, when they watch this, you know what's going to happen. Coach is going to say, son, why didn't you pass that in?
Our Zombie Stars are going to foul. There was about 5-second difference. Lakeshore Drive's going to foul. There was about an 8-second difference between game clock and shot clock. I don't know if that's the move I would have chose, but I know you hope they miss one here.
Strategically, I can understand why. And I'll say this. Understanding where your team is, understanding that your team is not the team that's going to be able to, even in those moments of spurts, be able to play. If Heartland Zombies finds their offensive footing, you're not going to be able to play with them on that level. What you want to do, slow down the game, stop the clock as much as you can, give yourself an opportunity to do what? Stay in the game. Loving that blue and green top back there and the shorts.
Brewer gets them both to go. Now a 3-point game. See what Lakeshore Drive's got gone up here. Interesting choice to foul when they did. Zombie Star is going to take a timeout. Set the defense. Maestro, you're Coach Brian Loveless in the huddle. You know, you're trying to get a stop here. You're up 3. You don't want to be too aggressive. What are you expecting here from Rosante Vance and this Lakeshore Drive team?
What I want to do is I'm going to make a guess. And I hate to say it this way, because I know it's not a guess, because I'm sure they watch enough film to know how his opponent coaches. But I am going to make the inbound pass as difficult as possible. Now, I know it sounds like that's ice cream, and it is. But then what I want to do is I want to push Lakeshore Drive as far away from the basket as possible. I want to make that shot awkward and long, and I want to send at least 3 jerseys to the rim to get the rebound. At least 3, if not 4. Why? Because I want to make sure that they only get 1 shot, and when they miss it, we got it, and I want to throw the ball up court as quick as possible to make them chase me.
Absolutely. Likely going to have to foul if they can't get this bucket to go, and even if it's a 2-pointer, they're going to have to foul anyways, so The owner turned head coach, Rosante Vance, got drawn up for us here. He's had a lot of guys who have turned it on in the second half, so we'll have to see who he goes to here.
If they take a three, it's going to be a little surprising. They've not been exactly knocking them out at that range here today. That's why if I'm the Heartland Zombies, I want to push Lakeshore Drive out as far as possible.
They're going to call backcourt violation.
Did not know where they were on the floor. They did not call the timeout. They did not have that option. Oh, that is a mental error that might seal the game here today. You did not call a timeout. You did not get the backcourt option to pass in. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. And I think that was just the case of just missed timing there. I think the ball was thrown in, he got it before he had gone back court as he was running that way. That's just unfortunate there.
Yes. If now, I believe, I'm going to have to check with our rules official here. I believe it goes, if you call the timeout, you can backcourt it back in. You verify that with the ref first. Then you can do the backcourt pass. But if the other team has the timeout, you do not have the backcourt option at all. And I just think this is not understanding that a little nuance in the rule there that I think that just might have made a difference in the outcome of this game.
I think you're right there. I mean, Duckworth can't get it to go. 5-point game. They're going to foul anyways, but this one's all but over.
And that is too bad. I tell you one thing though, that rule will never be forgotten after this. The idea here of what's going on, Lakeshore Drive got themselves back in the game, got themselves with a pretty substantial lead there for a moment. Heartland Zombie Stars found a way to score the ball the way they needed to, when they needed to. And, you know, yes, they did. Did they play defense? Yes, they did. But it was, when you have a game this tight, Ezra, as you know, one play, one misstep, sometimes can be the difference between winning, losing, getting ice cream, cold pizza.
I like ice cream and cold pizza.
Hey.
All those options sound good other than the losing. 7-point game here. Lakeshore Drive going to take one maybe just to make the game look a little closer. Shift-worthy. Can't get it to go. 77-70, the hometown Lakeshore Drive squad not going to make the final game. We're going to have a Heartland Zombie Stars versus Reigning Trays final. We come back for this final game. Don't miss it. It's going to be electric. See you there.
Okay, any views expressed are the opinion of the guest. That's not a representation because the programming reflects that pole. Politicking with 4 eyes, it's really no competition. Suffocating with the dope, you know I be twisting. Real ninjas out in the field, now we cotton picking. Not to mention our intention to cover topics and many other subjects. I got more lines than the deli at the Publix. With King Pharaoh, pole politicking, I'm pistol whipping. Rappers jeopardizing hip-hop position. My opposition, intuition, prediction like writers on The Simpsons. To witness the glimpses from higher up dimensions. My bitches be fighting gremlins like Phoebe Cakes. Let me cook stovetop oven, easy bakes. Hydroponic with them seaweed flakes. Yeah, these rappers started from the bottom, power bottom. TD Jakes, unfollowed. Talking about have you ever been swallowed? Regardless of race, color, or creed, you get Apollo'd. We pole, politicking, ticking, we straight pole, politicking, ticking. When it's a great show, you got to listen. Listen to that pole, politicking, ticking. This for the pole, politicking, ticking. We straight pole, politicking, ticking. When it's a great show, you got to listen. Listen to that pole, politicking, ticking.
welcome into the finals of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois at Olympians Coliseum. We got a great matchup here. Heartland Zombie Stars, who's had a great back and forth game with Lakeshore Drive, the home team, coming out on top. Justin Zhang led the way for Heartland Zombie Stars. Meanwhile, Reigning Trays, another back and forth semifinals game they just had, and they came out on top of Showtime Basketball. So we'll see who's going to kind of carry that momentum. Maestro, same thing we deal with every tournament. Reigning Trays had a game to rest. Heartland Zombie Stars, for the most part, coming right back into this one. Oh, you know, it's always up to opinion who's kind of got the advantage on that front.
So Zombie Stars game is kind of that slow-mo kind of go kind of get Joe kind of game, right? They don't necessarily push it hard. They don't necessarily push it hard in transition. They don't necessarily push it like quick off the point, right? The Reigning Trays is about give and go, get out, quick, jab, jab, go, go, go. So for them, in this particular case, just the style of play that both teams more intuitively play, it might be in Reigning Trays' favor, because when Zombie Stars plods it down like that and get into a half-court game and they miss, Reigning Trays will keep them not only to one bucket, but they'll actually get out moving quick on the next side. And if you give them a second chance like that.
Oh. Come on now.
Brandon Crawford said, yo, mama, and gets it down.
Another great big man matchup. We've got Brandon Crawford taking on Nick Brewer, two very highly touted prospects down in the post. Brandon Crawford, while Terrell Coleman did come away with 9 blocks in that first semifinals game, Brandon Crawford got the win. So we'll see if he can do it again against Nick Brewer.
It's going to be, again, and I'm just going to say this. Nick Brewer found his voice coming toward the last few minutes of the last game against Lakeshore Drive. And if he can maintain that groove, that's where the immediate comeback is going to be beneficial for them. But for them, that's going to work out. But on the other side, the Reigning Trays just have that kind of game. They can play your half court, they can play your full court, they can play your quarter court, and they just have too many different ways that they're able to score quick, slow, and indifferent. That's going to actually help make a difference.
They're sure hoping so. Ethan Alexander with the turnaround. Justin Zhang got Heartland started, hitting his first shot. Had an electric semifinal game. We'll see if he can replicate in this one against the Reigning Trays. Zhang over to Brewer. They've been going to Brewer every time down low, and he gets it to go this time for Crawford. Caden Spencer had a great first game, very electric. Well, first semifinals game, very electric, and misses the step back 3. Justin Zhang with it.
They're going to have to find a way. Heartland Zombies have to find a way to make this work for them. If they're going to slow it down like this, they need to make sure they can slow down the Reigning Trays and their movement. They have the lead now, and what they're doing, they're pressing at half court, which means what? They're trying to slow down that transition game. In other words, they heard you, Ezra.
Oh, you always want to make the other team play your game, not the other way around.
There you go.
Ethan Alexander with it. Over to Caden Spencer. Caden Spencer going to take the pull-up, can't get it to go. Zombie Stars back with it. Hang up top. Going to Nick Brewer. A higher percentage of the early offense than they did in the last one. Gets it to go again.
This idea of the Heartland Zombie Stars, this idea of the Heartland Zombie Stars there, Ezra, the idea, and I apologize for stepping on you right there, but the idea of slowing, they basically came out and they poured 9,000 gallons of water on the infield to slow down the speed game that the Reigning Trays have been able to play, and it is working right now. The fact that they're able to double them up this early, and if they can keep the game this slow, it's going to take work for them now because they're pressing at the half court. They're slowing up in the offensive part of the game. They are going to make it very difficult for the reigning Trays, to be able to open up the floor the way they want to. And if Harlan Zombie is able to do that, the crowd's going to be really quiet today, because we know that the crowd's going to be on the reigning Trays' side because they travel so well.
That they will. I mean, that being said, though, you got 4 Chicago, Illinois players here for Heartland Zombie Stars, including Nick Brewer. I mean, this team does have some land here, does have some stake here in this city. So it might be a nice split of fans, people here from Chicago and people traveling for the reigning Trays. I don't know what it is about Seattle teams and traveling well, but they love their sports teams.
Well, absolutely. You know, when you're up there and it's raining 978 months out of the year, and, you know, basically you got, you know, Starbucks and then the original Seattle Coffee Company fighting against each other every weekend, you know, using chains and sticks with knives in it. You know, you got to do something to get out of that town. I'm just playing.
I mean, I don't like the rain. Not that much. I mean, every once in a while I like rain. Aiden Spencer missing another one. Not quite on his game as he was in the first.
You know, again, you talked about it. Now, again, Ezra, look, I'm going to give you flowers. You talked about the idea of them sitting for a whole game, getting cold, and then if anybody's game is going to be beneficial to them, Heartland Zombie Stars with that slow, plodding, pressure type game where they don't mind turning the game into watching sand crystals popping through an hourglass. They don't mind doing that. So all I'm saying is this type of game works for them to play one game and come back and play another game right after.
Aiden Spencer, another miss. Might want to thinking about passing the ball there, but Tommy White collects the board and gets it to go.
There's a name we have not said here yet today. It's a good thing that he stepped in there. You know, Trey's going to have to find some voices in some other places right here. Brandon Crawford can't be it all the time.
Nick Brewer got double teamed down the post. Smart pass out. They're going to reset this offense. Gets it over. Isaiah Orleans can't get it to fall.
And the Trays' first 2 games gave us Colin Storm, and we talked about Ethan Alexander a little bit. They're going to need them. They're going to need a full team experience here to overcome this molasses-style game that the Heartland Zombie Stars want to put them in.
Well, we know Coach Brian Lovelace to be one of the more strategic, more scheme-oriented coaches. He loves to put together something that's going to be hard to beat. He's kind of one of those hard coaches who coaches his players hard, gets them to play the game that he knows needs to be played, and we've seen that throughout this tournament as they've gone 3-0 through pool play and the semifinals matchup.
Absolutely, they play tight, they play hard, they play all the way through, and that will teach you more at this level than playing 5 games in 5 days. Playing 4 games in 1 day where you get a chance to work on all stuff through the week, and then you know they're going to go back, watch this film, learn from this film in terms of what they're able to do. They're just going to get stronger.
And a backcourt violation there for the reigning Trays. Don't forget, a backcourt violation sealed the game. This Heartland Zombie Stars team, as Lakeshore had that mental error and just kind of mistake in the last one. And, they get a backcourt from the reigning Trays early in this one.
And look at what we got here going on, Ezra. We're tied up. 8-8.
Beautiful number. Zombie Stars shot clock winding down. Justin Zhang gets an open 3, can't get it to fall.
The crowd is out. The crowd is doing this in the first quarter. In the fourth quarter, they're going to start setting chairs on fire.
Maybe even couches. There you go. Aiden Spencer gets his shot to fall now. It's a 3 there.
What they say, I'll make the next one.
Shooter's mentality.
That's right.
Gotta forget the misses.
That's right. Make all my shots.
Never missed a shot in my life.
Never missed a shot in my life. There you go, exactly. Never missed a shot in my life. Prove it. Oh.
Zhang with the crossover in the lane and gets to the rack for the slam.
If we're going to have an outside game like this, plus inside pushing and stuff like that going on, Ezra, this game is going to, I think no matter what the Zombie Stars try to do, I think this game is going to open up into a full-fledged, right on middleweight prize fight.
I hope so. Love to see people just slinging offense at each other. Look at their reigning trades with a 3-point lead. 7 seconds left in the first. Zombie Stars will get the last shot. Justin Zhang looking for it. Step back three. Almost gets it to fall. That's points at a Papa Shot, but not here in SimWorld Prep. 13-10. Reigning Trays take a lead into the second quarter, which we'll be right back with after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of this championship matchup between Heartland Zombie Stars and the reigning Trade. The winner will take home the prestigious title of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational, and coincidentally, we've got quite a few Hoopers from the Windy City on Heartland Zombie Stars.
I know, right? There
and I told you, look around. You look around, you got a couple other guys from the Windy City here as well. DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan flew back here. DeMar DeRozan's here. He actually has a game tonight. Sacramento does, but he flew in just for this. He loves himself some prep basketball. I'm sure he'll fly back for the game. They don't play until about 10:30 p.m., so he's got time.
Plenty of time. We got Horace Grant in the Izzy.
Old.
Got Krause. We got Krause up there. We're going to spend some money. You know what he got to do. You know what he got to do. And we got one of my most favorite Chicagoans of all time out there, Ryan Sandberg, sitting up there in the corner, watching the game. I know he's a difference, but we got a tie score now.
This has been a little bit more of a defensive-minded matchup than I was expecting to see here so far, Maestro.
Yeah, Heartland Zombies imposed it real early by slowing the game down, making sure that the Trays were not able to get on their track meet style approach, giving them one shot just like that, coming down with the rebound, pushing it up. Great rebound there by Nick Brewer and handing out to Justin Zhang. But whenever you get everybody taking one shot, missing that shot, and then getting out the way, you're going to turn yourself into this sort of game where it's going to be low scoring. And oh, by the way, I'm going to say it. Watch out. That first
say it.
Boy, mercy, goodness gracious. It might
See,
be
they don't want to give us a chance. They don't want to give us a chance to say things, Maestro.
It might only be 2 points on the score sheet, but man, that poster going to be on a lot of walls for a long time.
Over to Zhang. Hasn't gotten going quite as much as he did in the first one. 2 for 6. He's 0 for 3 from the three-point line. And to the rack, going to take it up over Jalen Bryant, but can't get it to go. Bryant with the rebound.
That's a
great
pass.
passing.
Be a little surprised. A little surprised he was that wide open. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna sit here, write a letter, maybe even pen a nice haiku, learn some Chinese calligraphy. Oh, somebody's coming out, Duncan.
Might as well. I got the time.
That's right. Now, we know if this opens up into a scoring game, it's going to play into the reigning Trey's favor.
That it will. And a timeout here. Both teams going to try and compose themselves, see what they're going to get going. Neither team is kind of taking control of this game, Maestro. What are you looking to see from either side of this one to see one of them kind of take control and get going here and kind of take command?
Reigning Trey's going to have to find their feet. They're going to have to find their way to get into their game of pushing up in that very strong transition game that we always talk about, that they always seem to have. It seems to be, no matter what type of game you might have played before, the second you come to the Reigning Treys and you put on that green and white, next thing you know, next thing you know, you become a transition wizard. That's what they need to find. Heartland Zombies need to find a way to slow down that transition, the way they did at the start of the game today, Ezra, by doing what? Stopping the ball at the rim. Defense is always where your offense starts. And Heartland Zombies, right now, between these two teams, if they make it into a defensive game, they're going to have the advantage.
Well, let's see who can kind of implement those things you talk about. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to be about it.
There you
we
go.
all know, well, you got to be about it. Don't just walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. Walk the walk. Yeah, that's what they say. There you go. I got it. Juice to a gin party. Juice to a gin party. Got it. No.
I knew that's where you were going. I was trying to laugh over you, but I was just thinking about that. And no matter what you do, family, never swallow a chicken nugget whole.
I don't know if I agree with that one. Jalen Bryant, the touch gets it to go. Reigning Treys looking to get a tournament title here after making the finals in their hometown and losing to the prestigious SimWorld Atlantis.
Yeah, but the fact that you're there, the fact that you're here again, it tells you the strength of this team this year in terms of what the coach is putting down and what they've been able to take advantage of in terms of their ability to organize their talent during the week, and it's paying off right now here on the weekend.
That it is, always competing at a high level, the Reigning Treys are, even after the loss of a superstar in Jaffet Towns. Out of bounds play, they're going to crawl up something for the inbounds here. Tafari Morrison will from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Go Eagles, right?
Somebody's got to go.
Well, most Philly sports don't really go.
There you go.
Wilson Lamb can't get it to go. Brandon Crawford gets to the rack with the putback, and that's what you want to see. Not only did the ball never come down, his feet were in the air the whole time. Beautiful play there from Crawford.
And you know what? If Heartland Zombies going to go back and look at this video, great finish there. But there is no way whenever a ball comes off the rim that somebody should find Brandon Crawford, even if he's on the bench, go and box him out if he's sitting on the bench. Just that is a guy you cannot give free reign to a bucket like that.
I mean, really, Bryant Walls the third at the line here, one of the Chicago natives that we had discussed. But, Maestro, I don't think you prefer not to give open shots to anybody.
No, absolutely not. And you surely don't want to give free reign to the rim when you know this person's a strong rebounder. Listen, Ezra, if I know you can rebound, you might be in the locker room. When a shot goes up, I might run into your locker room and pin you against your locker to keep you from getting a rebound. Just because I know I need to keep you off the boards.
Whatever you got to do. You might catch a charge on that one, but, if it wins the game, it wins the game. And it's worth it. Isaiah Orleans goes up and puts it down.
Thing down, flip it and reverse it. Don't be Chick fan yet. Don't be Chick fan yet. If you know Missy Elliott, you know Missy Elliott, baby.
Legend in the industry. Crawford can't get it to go over the smaller defender. Nick Brewer pushing it up the other way. East London with it. You see what he can do. He's a big guard, 6'6", out of Corona, Michigan.
Come on, let me see those brains out in the chat. What y'all think is going to happen next in the next 2 minutes and 50 seconds? Come on, yell at us. Let us know what you think is going to happen, what you think is going to happen, what you see is going to happen, how you feel is going to happen. Come on.
Biscuits, baskets, biscuits in the baskets, ball in the biscuit basket.
Tell us what's up. We're listening to you out there now.
We're not 100% sure.
All I know is the crowd is already into it. Oh!
Crawford showing off his ball handling skills. That's impressive from the 6'11", 16-year-old.
My goodness gracious! Did you see? And he looped it, which means he gave the defense a chance to react. And guess what he did? 3 steps from the three-point line to the bucket. You know what? I'm gonna take a bite of hook. Yeah, I'll be right back.
You could get me some more Mountain Dew Code Red. I'm fresh out. Jalen Bryant with the board going the other way.
There's a court order about you and Mountain Dew Code Red. But that's okay. I'll do time for you anytime, Ezra.
Thank you. Ethan Alexander can't get the 3 to go. Down to Ace London. Ace London blocked. Don't bring that weak stuff in here on Ethan Alexander.
Oh, my goodness. Don't you bring no Easter eggs to a voodoo party.
Never make that mistake. Oh, don't bring no shoes to a running event, right?
Yes. That sounds good too.
Okay. Don't bring a gift to a baby shower.
There you
I'm
go.
Getting the hang of this one.
You smoking it, brother. You're smoking it.
Thank you. Thank you. Be chiefing on it. Calvin Javelin with the ball up top. 16-year-old guard is going to get it over to Jalen Bryant. Jalen Bryant has looked pretty impressive. I like what I've seen from him. Hasn't had crazy stats going on in this game, but has contributed quite a bit on both ends of the ball.
It does, and as he put him right there, his ability to create his shot and create his time, that's something that's going to benefit him no matter what level he's at. But what we need to see now more consistently, and you see now the Heartland Zombies, even in a half-court setting, what are they trying to do? They're trying to pick it up a little bit more off ball movement. Great pass into the paint. And oh, by the way, though, you got to make that count. Once again, I will say this. I said it the last game. It didn't hurt them as bad, but I don't think this is a team they can get away with that with. And that is, you cannot give away those easy buckets right underneath the basket. You can't keep leaving those on the floor.
Absolutely not. You have to contest under the basket. No easy lays here. That's got to be the mantra. But half a second left. Half a second left. Isaiah Orleans is going to truck one. Can't get it to go. 25-22. Going to be our halftime score here in the finals of the Windy City Hoopers only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. Maestro. It's been a tight game. Neither team really taking control of this one. What adjustments can be made on either side to try and take control in the second half?
Benning Trace need to find a way to open it up. Ezra, they need to find a way to get Brandon Crawford, Colin Storm, Ethan Alexander going. Caden Spencer's doing his job. On the other side of it, Heartland Zombie Stars Nick Brewer needs to keep his game going. Justin Zhang is helping out. But we need to hear some more from Caden Cook and Isaiah Orleans, whose name we haven't said as much this particular game as we did in the last particular game. These players are going to have to find a way to capture what they just did in the previous game to bring it in this game to give their team an opportunity.
That they will. I'm hoping to see some fireworks in the second half. Low scoring game for two teams that showed offensive prowess in the first. Brandon Crawford 6 and 7 in the first half, and we'll be back to see some more SimWorld Prep hoops after this.
Be careful, my right arm's broken.
Understand the joy that I feel. This passion, this purpose is real. I get to do this here with my friends. I get to do this here for my kids. Mama getting a brand new Benz, and back gon' get what she gives. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXP for the win. I put this here on my granny. Go reserve those seats at the Grammys. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXP for the win. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. When I was a young boy, hey boy, hey boy, hey boy. You know we got the city on go mode. When you see us, I know photos. Girlfriend ass on whoa-whoa. And we stay down like 10 toes. And our summer still on high. Y'all niggas still on crack pot. Y'all niggas think y'all Tupac. Y'all niggas smoking that ooh-wop, young boy. Oh, I got the feeling, yeah. Oh, you in your feelings, yeah. Mama, we winning, yeah. Lord willing, yeah. I got the metro booming, waiting for metro booming. Mask off, I see the future. JR and no shooters.
All I know is that I don't know about you, but best believe you're leaving with the hope. All I know is that you're listening to the sounds of the incredible run, yeah. Best believe when we leave, you're leaving with the hope. Saw a pretty girl from the Philadelphia.
Welcome back here for the second half, the closing half of the Windy City Hoopers only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. Beautiful Coliseum we're at right now. The floor is gorgeous. The lane is gorgeous. The branding is gorgeous. The ceiling is gorgeous. And it's the best concession stand you'll find anywhere in the SimWorld prep circuit. That I will not concede.
And the crowd is gorgeous. I'm sorry, yeah, we're back.
Show. Somebody get this guy on a leash.
don't threaten me with a good time. But here we go.
Nick Brewer finds, I believe that was Ace London on the outside for the 3. Caden Spencer back in the game. We saw him have an exceptional first game in the semifinals. He's been a little more out of touch here in this one, but we'll see if he can kind of turn it up for this reigning Trays team. Both teams kind of trying to find their groove on both ends of the floor. And 1! That'll do it. White
has found his game here. He's stepped up. We've hardly called his game here today. And what has he done? He has found a way to make sure that he is putting it in for his team, doing what he's got to do.
And he'll try to convert the old-fashioned three-point play here.
As we say, the hoop and the
required by law.
That says that. It's in the Constitution. Don't fight it. It's mad.
Constitutional methods. Caden Cook with it.
Oh, got his floor open, but look at that rotation defense, and he still was able to get it in. You know, you cannot say enough about Caden Spencer stepping in there, giving up almost 8 inches in height, right? What does he do? He steps in there right away. Didn't do anything crazy with his arms and legs, just tried to be a deterrent. And, you know, we just got a better player to make it happen. But, you know, that's just system of where he is. And White is making his presence known here today. Tommy White is definitely making sure that you know that I'm here to play, getting it done here, wearing 23 in the Windy City. You better.
Absolutely. Caden Cook in the post again. Out to Ace London, going to post back up. Base up. Caden Cook, I like his game. I don't think he's have enough chance to shine, but he's a guy who can give it to you in the post. He's not too bad at putting the ball on the floor. That will continue to develop for the young man. And reigning Trades are going to take a timeout here as Zombie Stars are making a push right now on both ends of the floor. Trying to come back. And once again, just want to shout out our SimWorld fans. Always here, always supporting, always getting engaged. Remember, you got to find yourself in the media feed. You got to find yourself in the media feed. You want to put that work in. You want to get engaged. Find yourself in the media feed. Find yourselves in the chat here on the live stream. And while you're in the chat, go ahead and like, subscribe, do all the normal stuff. But definitely get yourself in the media feed. Stay engaged. Stay immersed. I can't stress enough how immersive this world is. And the more you dive into it, the more you're going to realize that you can get live stats for broadcasted games, which is not something you'll find anywhere else. You're going to get round-the-clock media coverage for your games, for everyone's games. You're going to get interviewed, you're going to get all this, but you got to get your name out there to do that. So get engaged and stay immersed, and I promise this experience will be better for all of us the more you immerse and engage. Immersion, engagement, it's a simple formula, Maestro. Don't argue with the math.
And you know, everybody else doing what they got to do. And we got to say again, shout out to everybody here getting it done in the chat. Tony Henderson, rocking what's up. Coach Dre Pope is everywhere, man. He's like the IRS. When we turn around, there's Coach Dre Pope. So, 85,000 engagements, he's getting it done. Of course, Kai Killens, I ain't gonna say his name no more because, me and Kai gotta, it's just what it is. But anyway, Kai, you're my dude, Kai. But, Cyrus Hades, we see you guys in there, Ron Murphy, going to get it done.
And the Reigning Trades are going to try to get it done, regain a lead. As they have the lead, they're going to keep trying to extend it. Zombie Stars making a better push here in the second half, but still can't quite seem to get this offense flowing with that kind of slow pace running through the post that they like.
And see, here's the thing. Zombie Stars, they're playing halfway. Oh, my goodness. Don't you bring no boot to a do party. Ooh,
whoa.
Get that out of there.
Voodoo party. Adding that to my notes.
Well, you know, Crick's gonna holler because a holler got a crick. You know, that's how we do. And a lot of people don't feel that. A lot of people don't feel that was a foul. You know, some people don't feel that was a foul. I'm just saying. You know, but you know, I'm gonna copy my boy here, Cyrus Hades in the chat says no easy shots. It's doggone. You want easy? You better go play some gin rummy someplace.
I don't even know what that game is. But Reigning Trays get the free throw to go. 8-point lead for them. They're starting to, as we continue to talk about, they're starting to emerge as a team to take control here, and able to get to the rim here in the second half, draw fouls, and they're playing better on defense than we saw in the first half. But been a slow game. First half, you know, you can contribute it to great defense from both sides. There's also just kind of a lot of missed shots, kind of stagnated offense. But this half, Reigning Trays really getting it going on their end.
I don't understand, and I don't want to be that announcer. But why do I not see at least 2 or 3 red jerseys underneath the rim whenever a shot goes up? You have to play to your game. And Heartland Zombie Stars, you're about one and done with the other team, but not one and done with your shots. You need to get in there. If you're going to slow the game up like this, you need to get in there and get rebounds.
Block there for the Heartland Zombie Stars, down 10. Love was choosing to let them play through, no timeout. Great pass by Caden Cook underneath. You know, kind of reset this offense now. Couldn't get what they wanted in transition, and that's high IQ play there. Don't force anything.
That's right. And as we're talking about, you're going to take this long to develop your shot because you move slower than Christmas coming around July. You need to make sure that you need to at least multiple jerseys underneath to when you miss a shot to get a rebound. I'm sorry. Rebounding is part of the game. Maybe I should give them a book. Rebound is part of the game, and I don't understand why they're not. That element is hurting them right now. They're down by 10. We know they can't score a lot quickly, and the reality of their game is built on the fact that they play slow. If you're going to play slow, you got to do slow, and if you're going to do slow, you got to rebound.
Got to rebound, and you can't turn the ball over. When you play slow, there's inherently less possessions with the ball, so you turn it over, that's one less. But a 3 there from Isaiah Orleans and try and get them back going here.
Right now, they're going to need more than that because they're back into the Heartland Zombie Stars we saw earlier today. You know, they're kind of it's almost as if they're fading. And again, I don't mean I'm not trying to say because I'm not sure what's going on the coaching side. I don't know what's being told, what's being said, but it feels like they're starting to fade a little bit, and this is not the team you should fade against. You know, I hate to tell people when to take a timeout, but I feel like somebody should have made the tee by now.
Yeah, you would think, but Coach Loveless letting them play through. 2 minutes left in the third. Aiden Spencer just got a bucket to go on their last possession, trying to get himself back up and running. The ISO play is going to go to the rack and can't get it to go. Love the aggression. Don't love the miss. The Zombie Stars do. They're going the other way.
Absolutely. Love the aggression. Love what's going on. And I love how the Heartland Zombie Stars on the defensive side are crashing 3 to the backboard. But they're not doing it on the offensive side, and that's where they really need it because they've been shooting poorly the last 7 minutes or so.
Isaiah Orleans with the miss. Still no timeout here.
You know what? I need to change my insurance paperwork. Ezra, I'll be right back because there's so many bricks they put up. I'm gonna add another room to my condo with all these bricks that Heartland Zombies are putting up.
Dylan Laporte gets it to go. 12-point lead for the Reigning Trays as the third quarter winds down.
And a 12-point lead for the Reigning Trays against the Heartland Zombie Stars is like a 20-point lead against other team that run that kind of up and down offense.
Absolutely, and finally we're going to get that timeout for the Zombie Stars with 50 seconds left in this one. Well, in this third quarter.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, I played with a coach who actually, or should I played for a coach who Okay, I got you. That was always about the timeout, and we can talk about that when we come on the other side of this particular break. Come here at SimWorld Prep and SimWorld Sport.
Up all night, putting work till it's daylight. Yeah, inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. 'Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing left. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow, no.
Welcome back here. The finals of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational in Chicago, Illinois. Reigning Trays dominating in the third quarter, 16-7 quarter for the reigning Trays. Oh, and Zombie Stars finally took a timeout, their first of the quarter. 50 seconds left. Maybe just try to...
So Nick Brewer's back in the game. I guess he had to go out and get his shoes retired. I don't know why he was not in there before. But as we were talking about it before we left, I actually played for a coach who actually played under Coach Wooden. And he brought a bunch of his wooden stuff to us. And one of the things that he said that he would never do is he would always make the other team call the first time out. No matter what, no matter how the game was going, that was one of his own little John Wooden's personal little things. The other team's got to call a timeout first. And I get that. But at some point, this timeout should happen faster. And not to be rude, but Nick Brewer should have been in here a lot faster too.
He should have. That he should have. But 8-point game here, Zombie Stars. Getting a couple buckets to go. And see, they're going to take the last shot of this quarter. Dylan Bryant can't get it to go. We won't even see a heave. 8-point deficit here for the Zombie Stars. Heading into this fourth quarter of our finals matchup of the Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational. We'll be back for the finale after this.
You know, when I'm not in the gym, I'll be playing outside with my older cousins. Once they seen I had some talent, they put a lot of time into my development. I got a really big family. They team Dennis Smith Jr., so they seen it from the jump, so they always believed that I could do it. I'm rolling with them, they rolling with me. When I got hurt, I was pretty sour about it. And just being around me, hanging out, making sure I had positive energy around me. And I was just like, you know, I can't be the only one sad if everybody else having a good time, so. They told me I was gonna be out for like 10 months. Damn, that's a pretty long time. It's gonna be something. I need a little sports training montage. My whole family, they motivate me a lot, and they believe in me so much. You know, I wanted to do them a disservice by not putting out max effort. I'm just blessed, man. Sometimes unfortunate stuff happens to people and they get powers. I'm a mutant, that's what my grandma called me. Yeah, I would consider myself a killer. They do what killers do, they going for the kill at any time. That's how I was brought up, and that's something that stuck with me.
Welcome back for the final quarter. B-Ron, if you're still out there, tell the people what to do. If not my shirt, you can get. Yep. Oh yeah, baby. We're here. 8-point game. Harlan Zombie Stars with the first possession. Nick Brewer with the bucket. Cut it to 6 off the rim. Oh, the reigning Trey right back. Poster by Vaughn. Whoa! What a great name.
I'm sorry, I blacked out again. Where are we at? Where are we still?
Oh, Michael, you don't know where we are? Windy City Hoopers only Invitational in Chicago, Illinois.
Woo. I just love doing me some beauty.
Don't forget it again. Ethan Alexander buries the timely three. Back to an 11-point lead for the reigning Trays.
The Trays are finding their game. I think the fact that even though it's a slowed down molasses style game, I still think the fatigue factor is kind of kicking in with the Zombie Stars having played right before this. And I think we're starting to see that in the fact that, once again, the shot goes up. There's no red jersey in there in the paint. I mean, you're giving away possessions here. I'm not saying you're going to get the rebound, but at least give yourself a chance. And if I'm out of line, please, somebody call Maestro out. But if I understand it right, you can rebound on both sides of the floor. I'm just saying that. I'm just throwing it out there. You know, holla at your boy. Let me know what's up.
What a crazy notion there. Ryan Wallace can't get the three to go. It's starting to look a little like fatigue here for the Heartland Zombie Stars.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, even though they play a naturally slow game, we call it like, a molasses and slap it style game, it still catches up with you because it takes a lot to get it done.
And it does. Nick Brewer getting it done there in the post, still an 11-point game. They're going to have to speed their game up here if they've got a chance in this one.
And I know I'm kicking a dead motorcycle here, but the idea of even with Nick Brewer that shot and nobody going to the rim, you are giving possessions back to a team that is ready to bust out and run, and they are feeling their legs right now, and they are feeling their legs good. And that's a tough shot in the paint, and they made it go.
13-point matchup. The reigning Trays just seem to have the Heartlands, whether it's fatigue or just missing shots or the Trays defense, the Zombie Stars seem to be under lock and key.
Ezra, I know I'm sounding like that guy, right? I know I'm sounding like that. I don't mean to. It's just I'm looking at this talent that the Zombie Stars have, and I know that they play with a higher level IQ than what we're seeing. And I know that Coach Lovelace has probably yelled this to the rafters. But you got to get at the boards, especially when you're behind. You can't give up shots and just start drifting to the other side of the floor. You can't do it.
Absolutely not. And we mentioned you might need to speed up their game, down 11 with only 5 minutes left. You got to take smart shots, and sometimes that can be hard to speed your game up and only take smart shots. It's what has to be done for Heartland right now. You got to find ways to get balls in the hands of their shot creators. Can't take time to run through the post. You can run through the post, but you got to do it quickly.
Yes.
You got to get the ball in the hands of your shot creators, the Isaiah Orleans, the Justin Zangs, Nick Brewer even. He's a great shot creator from the post, whoever it is, but they have to do that. Either to get shots for themselves, somebody else, and it's got to come, and I'm going to go ahead and put this number on it. It's got to come within 14 seconds of the shot.
Yeah, absolutely. If not sooner. And oh, by the way, Caden Cook, baby, where you at? Need you, boo. Come on.
Been a little on and off for him today. Very talented player from New York.
Very talented, very capable, very able, very active. That's why when he's missing, I start looking at milk cartons because something's wrong.
Get out of here. Jalen Bryant to the rim, and it just seems too easy. Unless Heartland can get something going right now and start getting some stops, this game's all but over.
The draw is important, yes it is, but I'll tell you something right now, at this particular point, and just saying Nick Brewer again, in this game, I don't know why he was out of the game for so long. Again, I'm not going to be, I don't want to be that announcer. I'm not going to second guess. Coaches have the reason, player, that's going on. Let do is be that cat. But the idea here is right now is we have a little over 4 minutes left to go. And our reality is we have to be wheeled off the court in wheelchairs and in stretchers, because we should leave everything right here, because right now we got a lot of work to do. We're down by 13, and it's going to get wider and wider and wider if we keep making these mistakes.
And it's not looking like they're going to be able to get out of here, so might as well get the stretchers ready.
So how do you...
Bryant.
Ooh!
Oh, what a block. There you go. There's some defense for you.
There you go. Now let's make it count. Everybody get in. Oh, you can't give it away. Good hands by White. You can't give it away. He said, I'll take it as mine later. Hakuna Matata trick.
Caden Spencer.
Oh, look at that. Come on, Caden Spencer. Show us where your hands at, boo.
And that just tells the story of this game for Heartland Zombie Stars. Every time they make a play like that nice block on the last possession, get out running, Reigning Trays just seem to have their number defensively, and they're just winning the rebound battle on the other end, getting second chances, doing everything they need to, and the Zombie Stars just can't get a spark going.
Is it a battle though if nobody else is there? I mean, if you're the only one there in the forest, is it really a tree falling? I'm just throwing that out there. I know I'm sounding mean now. I'm sorry, Ezra. You're right. Way to talk me down there.
It's not an easy thing to do to talk you down, but we're going to keep doing our best every day.
Look at that double team, quick pass out, but you can't take this much time, guys. We don't have that kind of game. I'm sounding like that guy again. I'm sorry. I can hear the producer and the engineer back in the truck saying I need to calm down. Okay. I'm gonna take a bite of hoagie. I'll be right back.
Go get some more of that hoagie. I think you need it in your stomach right now. Caden Spencer with another one, up to a 17-point lead. 2.5 minutes left to go in this one. Reigning Trays looking like they're going to get that title, the tournament title they were looking for, but Isaiah Orleans, they're not going to stop trying here.
And listen, Isaiah and Nick both are saying, not on me. They're doing what they need to do, but you can't go 2 against 5. You can't go 2 against 5. The Trays, everybody's getting into the game. Ethan Alexander there with that great pull-up midi. You know, everybody's getting into the game. You can't go 2 against 5 against a team that's going to move like this. And I love the fact, and I like the fact that what Isaiah Orleans is doing is he's making sure he's using all aspects of his game, right? Mid-range shot down in the post. Have to take it out, I'll take it out. What does that tell you about him as a player? That means he's willing to do whatever it takes to do to keep his team in the game. And he's not waiting for someone else to bring the game to him. That is high IQ. That's what you want to see. And the same thing happened with his teammate, Nick Brewer. I'm taking it. If I have to take it out here, I'll take it out here. If I have to take it in there, I'll take it in there. But I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that we're moving forward and not waiting for the game to come to them. Those two players are doing the game that you want to see at this particular level, because that's that IQ, that's that cerebral level game that lets me know that not only are they not giving up, they're still giving it.
They are to block their shot clock violation. Now, I'll tell you what, talk about this Reigning Trays team that has looked good in both tournaments we've seen them appear in. Brandon Crawford has continued to look impressive. He's got a double-double in this one, 10 and 10. He has proved throughout this tournament, we've seen him put the ball on the floor, do a lot of things that you don't expect a traditional big man to do. I like his game. I think he would fit well when a 5-out offense is the big for that. Looking at the next level. And then Caden Spencer, the heart on this kid and the ability to play through contact and the scoring. Caden Spencer has made a name for himself here in this tournament.
Absolutely. And, you know, we got to say something to it. He showed up this particular game. Alaska's Mr. Basketball, Tommy White, came in, and it's like just when you think, okay, we'll stop Caden Spencer, or we'll stop Brandon Crawford, we'll stop Ethan Alexander. Here comes Tommy White, Alaska's Mr. Basketball. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, wait a minute, snap. They're getting punched from someplace else. That is team ball all the way.
Reigning Trays just gotta kind of kill some clock here. Tommy White looked great. Ethan Alexander didn't have his best tournament, but he did show flashes of what we know he can do. 6'8", can shoot from the outside. the scouts, as we mentioned, in attendance from the Big 12 and the Big 10 here today, are certainly going to be pleased with a lot of the prospects they saw. And both sides of this game and throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And then just not to be left behind, but everybody was able to show us some game here today. Even going back to what we saw coming out of with Showtime earlier with Emilio Torres, the type of game he had, and of course, let's not leave our Lakeshore Drive with the work of Millie G, Amari Blunt, and now Shipworthy. The work that they put in, to play their game that they did today, really impressive.
Absolutely great prospects all around, and looks like Reigning Trays are going to be able to just dribble this one out. But will they? You never know. Caden Spencer, he's an aggressive guy. Might want to just kind of
why? Dribble it out. Why?
Some insult to injury here, but no, he's gonna dribble it out. Reigning Trays are the winners of your Windy City Hoopers Only Invitational here in Chicago, Illinois. 60-51, the final score for the Reigning Trays. What a tournament here. Congrats to the Reigning Trays from myself, Maestro, from Randy out in the truck today, and from everyone here at SimWorld TV. Thank you for being with us here today. We'll see you back in action next week for some SimWorld U action. And remember, as always, see the game, be the game.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.